Do do do. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi. Hello everybody. We're waiting for Kenny to arrive on the stream and getting ready to get another Q&A with our good pal Kenny on the program tonight. And we have some exciting guests to announce too, but we may do this later in the stream. But much to get into tonight. And if you're finding our chat room now, great, welcome. I'm going to step out for a minute or two because I got to get my sandwich of the week. And it's almost here. I just have to go to the door and get it as it gets delivered here to this apartment. So we'll do exactly that. And then Kenny will join us on stream in just a moment. So yeah, very exciting stuff. I was wondering if we had a test Zoom call with Kenny, and the audio sounds really good tonight, so we're really excited about that too. It shall be very, very good. So thanks to everybody. I do appreciate y'all being here, and we'll tell you more. We'll set things up. We'll do all the things and say hello to our community, and certainly we welcome all the cool proggies from Kenny's community. What's up, Huge? Good to see you. Says hello, Davey and Kenny. Hello, Huge. Always nice to have you back. King says, King is in. Welcome in. The pregame is coming close to an end. I don't even see a pregame. Like, is it on the... Oh, it is on the board. Oh, there you go. Kenny is streaming in. Well, and that's very nice of him to do that. I mean, he never has to do the... He never has to do that, but it is very nice that he does. And, you just sorry I can't stay. Have a great. No worries, you. It's all right. But thank you for popping in for a bit. So nice to see you again. Hey, Crixer, welcome. Come on in. Make yourself at home. I'm gonna put on some lo-fi for a bit because I do, as I mentioned, I need to go get the sandwich going. So if people raid in early, can you just let them know because I do have to pick up the sandwich. So I'll probably need like a minute or two to get that going. But the Zoom is up for Kenny, so you can jump in at any time. But I'm going to stay on the BRB, stay on the starting soon screen for a little bit. Hey, Tina, welcome. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, right. So as I was saying, I'm going to go ahead and fire up some background music while I get this organized. It is lovely to have our two mods, Tina and King, in the chat. It's nice to have you here. And shouts to both King and Tina. Yay, look at that. Pretty good. So, how are we doing? How close am I to get this sandwich being here? Oh gosh. I need another like 3 minutes. Okay, I guess I'll just stay here. We'll just stay here for a minute then. I'll just wait until it gets here. But yeah. There's a lot going on Twitch tonight, so I really appreciate everyone that can pop in, even just for a second or two. It's really nice to have you here. But as you know, our pal Kenny has been having some fun times, and we have exciting news regarding Kenny's channel. Kenny will be returning to stream, not only tonight, obviously, but what I mean is Kenny will be doing some piano streams pretty soon. We'll tell you more about that. We'll talk about Kenny's adventures in Costa Rica. We'll chat about some of the foods that Wendy and Kenny have had down there. Wendy is Kenny's better half, Senorita Wendita, who has been going on these adventures with Kenny since they retired about 2 years ago now. If you can believe it, it's been almost 2 years since they've been on this journey. So it's been quite a remarkable run so far. It's covered many different countries, and pretty neat. Let's see, how are we doing? I tried to time this sandwich so I wouldn't have to do this during the stream, but it didn't really work out. But the flip side is that the sandwich will be a lot fresher, so I'm happy for that. I mean, I'm kind of wondering for myself, like, where on earth is this? Did they just barely leave the restaurant? Oh, it's gonna be a bit. All right, may have to just do it later. So may just have to, but how am I gonna do that? And then I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. We will assess all these things in due time. Yeah. I'm also checking to see, do I have all my signs up? I don't even have my signs up. Shit. Oof. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta get that going. My neon signs aren't up. I gotta turn them on. That's why I can't even get on camera yet, because like I have to wait for the sandwich to get here. So it's a bit of a weird spot. It would be stupid to just get on camera and then talk for like a minute and then have to go back on a BRB screen. Like, well, that would be kind of useless. So I'll just have to sit this out. Let's say hello to everybody else though. King is on a 70. Watch it. Holy cow. Thank you, King. Oh, Apollo Art says, hello, you made me hungry, David. Well, thank you. I guess I should thank you for that. I'm not sure, but yeah, this slideshow does a great job making all of us hungry. I'm hungry too. Just looking at it right now. Phenomenal. Hey, Crickster, what's up? Crickster and I were catching up a little bit a couple weekends ago. And let's see, Crickster says, okay, now I can say even more than hi. Hello, LOL, I was driving from a viewing of a new home. Nice. Dave, we have given up on the perfect streaming corner. Have you really? Oh, that's too bad. It really seemed nice. Oh, no. Well, hopefully you'll have a decent alternative. It did look really nice though, but a great effort, I must say. Food ETA is, well, when I include the plating, I'm gonna say like maybe 4 minutes. 4 minutes? We'll go 4 minutes. Yeah. The owner was flaky as fuck, says Crickster. No, I'm not surprised. You get that when you're hunting for homes. I dealt with that too when I was looking for apartments back in the day. And also when I was looking for roommates, same situation. People get flaky. But I can't get too beat up over that because, like, I have to be honest, sometimes I even got a little flaky at certain times, but not as bad as, like, with this, you know? Not this bad. Like, this, you get some people who are just the worst. Like, they never get back to you. Like, what is that? But hopefully, wishing you best of luck for the new place. Good friend. Let's see. But Apollo Art is one of our newest sandwichers. Followed yesterday. It's nice to have you back. We are very excited to bring you a really cool conversation with a really cool friend of ours. And they are doing a little pre-show stream. Most unexpected because we were talking about it during our test call, but it looks like that is in hand and we'll have some additional people joining us in just a minute or two. But yeah, it would probably, I just need like, probably I gave myself 4 minutes to put everything together and plate and everything. I think I can plate that in 4 minutes, yeah. I see what you mean, Crickster, yeah. Sounds like many relationships I've had, says Crickster, yeah. Very relatable. Let's see. Okay. Well, the sandwich is now on site. I think they just have to actually put it down on the step and then I can do the rest from there. So, okay. So I just need like, give me like, I'm waiting until it's official. Sometimes the delivery person will ask, you know, how do you get in the gate? I'm like, don't do it. Just put it at the gate. Like, I mean, everybody who's followed the Sandwich Show forever, like, knows that, like, the gate is the place. Just put it at the gate. But then they're like, well, how do you get in? Like, don't get in. Just don't get in. Just put it there. It's good enough, and we'll take it from there. I think. Okay, we got it. All right. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you give him? Just let him know. Give him like a 5-minute thing. I'll be ready. I'll be ready to go after. Okay, we are back. And I'm ready to go. Let's go do the thing. Here we go, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Kenny's back, everybody. Who's excited? I am. I know I am. How can you not be excited? Kenny's the coolest. Let's go. My goodness. All right, Kenny's ready. I'm ready too. Let's do the thing. Here we go. Hi, everybody. Well, oh gosh. Okay. Hi, everybody. I am Davey. This is the Sandwich Show. And tonight we have a return of an awesome guest coming up to join us in just a minute. It's our good pal, Kenny from the Prog Rock Piano Bar. It's nice to have Kenny back. Kenny was on a very about a couple weeks, 3 weeks. I don't exactly know the exact number. Journey to Costa Rica and now Kenny's back in Mexico, enjoying another awesome, what did he call it? Colonia. A colonia with amazing street art on the walls, on the streets, in the houses, on the houses. It's remarkable. A lot of color. Very excited. So yes, cop on in, get yourself a sandwich. We're gonna have a great time chatting with our good pal Kenny, who has been a one of the legacy music streamers of Twitch, going all the way back to the start of the pandemic in 2020. And today, still popping on every now and again. And we'll have a few more music streams for you. We'll talk about that. Chris just have a Davey visual. I love it. It's good to see you all again, everybody. Kenny will join us in just a minute, and the raid will come in as well. And then we'll get going. I mean, it's been a decent 7 days, which is remarkable in this day and age, of course. But I've had a decent 7 days, and that's certainly more than I could have said in previous weeks. But it's been good, and hopefully more goodness to come. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited it's really cool to have Kenny back. And this will be a more laid-back show than the last one we did together, which included Bill Larkin, and we had Name That Tune, and we had all these awesome charity, all the awesome charity fundraising going on. It was a really hype time, and we loved it. It was great. And this time we're gonna get to explore some of the sights and sounds of Kenny's travels. And so we have some videos for you, we have some photos for you, and we have some anecdotes for you. So Kenny wrapping up a final song, nice. And meanwhile, we can all just be here while this sandwich is staring me at the face. It's taunting me. It's like going, "Hey, Davey, you know you want to eat me, but you can't because you got to wait for Kenny." Like, I know. I can't even show you on camera yet. Like, now it's just laughing at me. I'm just getting laughed at. Even the sandwiches troll me here. But is there cheese? We'll find out. Magician does not give away secrets. Let's see. But yeah, a lot of really great shows coming up too. By the way, we can reveal our super secret photographer guest with cats. It's Clarpix. We're gonna have Clarpix on the show on March the 12th coming up. And that would be great. And then before that, we're going to be hanging out with Rick DeVoice, who is a big fan of the Banana and is part of the Banana Taco Show with the LG Music. And we also will have Sarah Cameron Music on that week. That's next week. Plus, our friend Maker Plays, who will join us on Saturday next week. Which means March the 8th. So it's a really exciting 2 weeks of collabs coming up here on the Sandwich Show. And really 3, because we're including Kenny tonight. So, yeah, good stuff. And we're nearing the end of February. Over on YouTube, I'm starting to wind down the sports/entertainment podcast I've done for such a long time, which is now called the Sandwich Corner. I've been doing that show for 15 years. It was not called the Sandwich Corner the whole time. It was called it had a different name before. So we're just getting together some old friends from my before times. And if you do want to listen to that, use !podcast. You can get to the podcast on all the platforms, including YouTube, which has a video version of the podcast. But that will be coming to a close pretty soon. And it's been a remarkable run. And I can only really a little tinge of sadness, but a lot of fondness too. We've had some really good times chatting with my buddy, or me chatting with my buddies about sports and other stuff. And like I said over on that show, like I became a good host because of that podcast. So the archived episodes are up too, but don't go too far back. Be careful. I mean, some of that stuff might be deprecated, you know what I mean? Like we get into stuff that doesn't even happen anymore, you know. But most of those shows have been pretty good. I mean, I don't think there's any cancelable material necessarily, but it's been fun. It's been fun. Yeah, King says, cannot wait for Sarah Cameron. Yeah, it'll be great. Now, I remember when Sarah Cameron was on with Island Vibing Presents a couple years ago, and Sarah is a very entertaining, a very entertaining interview guest. So we are looking forward to that conversation for sure. We have had Sarah on before. It was under some somber circumstances. We were doing a memorial stream for Big Bill Hendo, but and then we also did a golf stream too. I think we did like a golf tournament stream with Sarah. This time we're gonna have Sarah on for the entire show, and it'll be really fun. So hey, Steeman, welcome in. Good to have Steeman. By the way, Steeman was one of our guests last year too. It was really good to chat with our good pal Steeman. And Steeman with quite the delectable taste in music. I appreciate you being here last night too. But yeah, go follow our good friend. Thank you for the shout, Tina. It's nice to have you all here. We're all just kind of bracing. We're all excited, waiting with bated breath, as they say, for our good pal Kenny to raid in. I apologize for the sandwich delay. We've had rain delays before. We've had lightning delays. You ever have a sandwich delay? This is our first sandwich delay in recorded history. But it is here, and it'll be worth it, I think. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, very good stuff. I think that's about it. I don't have anything else to announce. I think I covered everything. I am working on future trivia shows too, though. I think we'll have some more trivia contests to come. And was the sandwich delayed due to lightning? No, sandwich was delayed due to me ordering it too late. Just the delay was a lack of anticipation on my end. It was a completely user error. Yeah, just got caught up in other stuff. Fire delay was the worst. Fire delay was the worst. Actually, interesting you mentioned that, Chrysler. I mean, this interview was originally scheduled for the week of the fire. So we were gonna do it then, like way back in the beginning of January. Hey, there's a raid. Welcome, friends. Great to see you, everyone. Let me bring you all in once again, Proggy. It's nice to have you here. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. It's great to have you. How was your pre-show stream? I hope things were going well for you there, Kenny. Kenny catching up the community on his travels, and we'll do more of that here on this channel as well. It's nice to have you here. Senorita Red Detail, always great to have you here. Pump it up. And surprise, real surprise, big old surprise. But it actually was a surprise because I thought we were talking about it, and I asked Kenny. Oh, Kenny was like, you want to do a show in front? I'm like, no, you don't have to. Don't worry about it. But Kenny had the presence of mind to do a show and raid in tonight. And it is wonderful to see you all here. Nice to have you all joining us. My name's Davey. I am a variety streamer based in Los Angeles, California, which is the home of a lot of great live music. And tonight on the stream, we're doing an interview stream. I also do games and also do music. And our guest tonight, give me a hand up if you're ready, Kenny. Okay. Well, once Kenny's ready to go, our guest tonight, which we were about to bring onto the stream, it has been a musician for many, many years in the New York area, and was also a constant on Twitch music via the then prog rock, the prog rock piano bar. It was always the prog rock piano bar and the Jukesters. So let me go bring Kenny's level up, and when we're ready to go, we'll go and bring it on. Oh, okay. Give it a minute. I'm gonna give it a minute. Hold on. We shall wait. I think maybe what's happening is Kenny can't hear me yet, but so I'll wait for the hands up. Hey, what's going on, Dark Native? Nice to see you again. Talk about a friend who also has a good conversational show. And Smarticus77, what up? Good to see you, good friend. Hoke is in the chat too. Both of our friends stream, so go follow them on Twitch. It's nice to see you. I do want to say, Kenny, even though maybe the audio issues are happening for you, your lighting does look pretty good. So no one else can see that yet, but so that's the good news. But we'll see if the audio gets sorted out in a moment. Kind of curious what's happening here, but It's all right. We'll wait it out. Well, I can chat with everybody here in the meanwhile. I do have Kenny potted down, so when it's time I can bring it up. But yeah, welcome everybody. Is anybody else I missed in the chat? Let's see. Oh, Trusty, welcome, friend. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you, good friend. King says, I was told that potato cakes might be returning to Arby's. I didn't even know they took them out. Wow. I guess I've been out of it. I didn't even know they took them out. Well, though, good. I'm glad they're back. I guess if you ask me, they should never have gotten rid of them. So it is nice to see them right the wrong then. All right. So let's see. Sorry, I'm echoing. I'm gonna grab some water and earbuds. Oh, it's echoing. I see. Okay. Well, hopefully that gets sorted out, Kenny. No worries. Maybe I should turn the original sound from musicians off then. Maybe I should do that. That might help. We'll see. King's has been gone 5 years. Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know. Wow. They have returned for good. Okay, this is great. Great news from Crickster and King. This is big. I appreciate you for mentioning that. We are very, very acute to Arby's news on this channel. We love Arby's. We are big proponents of the brand and the company. So we're happy for everybody here with the Arby's news. But yeah, it's amazing stuff. And you know, and I will say, like, I really do think that 2025 is, for the purposes of the Sandwich Show Q&A, has been off to a great start. We've had a lot of great guests already, and we have more to come, and we have even more to come, which I have a list of people who I'm looking forward to inviting, and we're hoping that most of them will join us later in the year. So we'll see how that goes. You got an email about it? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And to celebrate, they have BOGO sandwiches. Ooh, that's a good deal. A beef and cheddar BOGO and the potato cakes. Sounds great. Let's see. Been gone 5 years. Okay. I wonder if it's something I did. I mean, we tested all the stuff in the afternoon. It was testing fine for some. Okay, hold on. All right, try Kenny. I think Kenny's still muted though. All right, I'll keep it low. But hey, Jeremiah Nickel, welcome in. Good to see you. My name's Davey. Nice to have you. Yeah. Let's see how this sounds. Let's see. Kenny's gonna type something. Okay. But yeah, it's lovely. It's funny. I just always best laid plans, as I say, and then things happen. I've been there. I've been on the other end of it too. But but I will say we got good food tonight for sure. That's coming. Okay, you ready? Okay, great. Let me go ahead and pot you up. So, folks, once again, all right, Jordy, welcome in. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining in for this collab stream. Okay, so now we will introduce to you once again our good friend who is currently in an awesome colonia in Mexico, our pal, Kenny from the Prague Rock Piano Bar. Kenny, welcome back to the show. How's it going tonight? Yeah, pump it up. I think you're still muted, but it's great to have you. Okay, hold on.
I learned this from you.
Yes, sir. Oh, it's great to see your friendly face again back on this program.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the raid too. Thank you for the raid, everybody who came in along with Kenny as well. It's so much fun, and I can see our community is really geared up for this as well. So this is going to be really a great conversation. Yeah. How was dinner? Did you have a good time? Like, did you?
So I'm eating dinner in 2 shifts tonight.
Okay. Okay.
I had some dinner.
Okay.
With Senorita Wendita.
Mm-hmm.
Some food that we made, and I also got food to eat with you because I know how the show works.
You got it down, my friend. I love it. Yeah.
I wish I would love to get myself a little brighter on the screen, but
okay.
I don't know if I can. Video filters, can I make things brighter? Avatars, virtual backgrounds, video, touch up my appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, adjust for low light.
There you go. Not bad.
All right.
That's an improvement. Yeah, there you go. Well done, my friend.
It'll work.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
a professional
Carlo.
streamer.
Oh my goodness, Carlo. Good to see you.
Is Carlo here?
Yeah.
I was gonna text you, Carlo.
Carlo, I love. Yeah. I
Was
hope you're
your
hanging in
friend up
there.
there in Circus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
You know,
All
there's
right,
another
let me say
series.
hello to your. Let
Yeah,
me say hello to your chat real quick.
absolutely, absolutely.
Hello, Jordy, and hello, streaming friend, and hello, Crickster, and Carlo Stream Scribe. King Dambreaker was in my stream. Dark Native, hello to you, and Kitty, if you're listening too, and Miss Tina French, Smarticus, what is happening, Smarticus, and O'Trusty, who's a new friend on our channel. He came in during the little pre-show. I was done with dinner at 7:15, and I really had nothing left to do, so let's just do a little pre-show. And I was going to do a little Gardic stream, and Wendy had this is exactly Wendy's enthusiasm when she heard we're going to do a Gardic. She said, "Oh, you're not going to sing anything?" That was her level of enthusiasm. Well, I guess like I'm not. I just got this piano here behind me. It just came in the mail.
Yep.
Just a few hours ago, and I don't have it set up with all the stuff yet. I'm not ready to go with it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I guess I could just press go on the phone and do a stream from the phone and see what happens. So that's what I did. It was it was just a live stream straight into the phone mic. I don't know what it sounded like. I hope it was good.
Yeah. And yeah, can we give a shout to our friend the Stream Scribe too? Big shout to our friend Carlo. Yeah.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie Skolnick is a super fan from the very, very, very beginning of streaming. My very first live stream during COVID was March 19th, 2020. It was the day that everything locked down, and Debbie has been to nearly every show that I've ever done.
Phenomenal, Debbie. Phenomenal. Great to have you with us. I'm honored to have you here too. And Genowax says, "What is your favorite ceiling fan setting?" Interesting question.
Is that for you or for me?
I don't know. I think it's for you, but I mean, I'll take it too. I mean, I guess medium.
I'm gonna say my favorite ceiling fan setting is, I'm gonna say 2.
Okay. Yeah, 2 solid. 2. Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that the options are 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to say 2 because 3 is sometimes a little strong.
Yeah.
We had a ceiling fan in this really, really awful Costa Rica room that we had. We stayed there for one night.
Wow.
One night we were there. 16 hours total. It was like an in-between thing. And I turned the ceiling fan on because the air conditioner, God forbid that worked. And the ceiling fan, like I thought that it was just gonna, it was like this, and I thought it was gonna fall out of the ceiling. I really did.
Yeah.
So I put it back on 2, and then it was like it was making noise while I was trying to sleep. Like every 5 or 6 seconds, it go.
Oh man,
this is not good. So
what? Was it over your bed? Was the ceiling fan over your bed?
So we got this room with credit card points.
Okay.
And the room that was available for us, we ended up getting 2 double beds. No, it was fine. This part of it was fine. The rest of it was terrible. But we ended up getting 2 double beds. So I'm answering your question honestly, Davey. That's all I can do.
I love it.
The fan was kind of in the space between the 2 beds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, poor Wendy says, "Oh, don't talk about this PTSD." I'm sorry.
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I need to set this up on the screen better.
Okay, no sweat. But your video does look good. I agree with Wendy. Had mentioned that earlier in the chat, and so we're glad to have you here. You know what we should do? Since we started things off on a late foot, mostly my fault. Let's go ahead and do the sandwich segment now. So let me go bring that in. Hold on a second. I'll get us going with an intro. Here go. There it is. Sandwich of the week. Let's go again. And let's go find Kenny. And I'm ready, Kenny, if you've got your second phase or your second stage.
Okay, well, I
got
2 things to eat. I got 2 things. So the first thing that I got was, there's so many things in this bag. It's like Halloween.
Hopefully treats, though, not tricks.
It's 2, not 1, but 2 things of limes.
Wow.
That's what these are called. These are not cups in Mexico. They call them things. 2 things of limes.
Mm-hmm.
Then, in this container,
ooh, ceviche?
It's got shrimp ceviche.
Yeah.
Shrimp and fruit. It's got shrimp and mango and cilantro, and I see some blueberries in there, and I see a little bit of cayenne sprinkled on the top. And
Cosas. Literally
in the
things.
big container, we have got arrachera taco.
Arancetta taco. Look how fancy that is.
Arrachera, it's like skirt steak.
Ooh. Oh, that sounds looks so good. That looks
Yeah,
so good. Yeah.
it's probably ice cold by now, but I'm
Right.
not gonna let that ruin my good time.
Yeah.
I don't even. There's something on the side here. I don't know what this is.
That's a
This could
pepper.
be like, what is it?
I think it's a pepper.
It doesn't look like a pepper,
Oh
but
no.
all right.
Is
I chewed it, I swallow it, and I still don't know what it is. I didn't die. That's a plus.
That's good. That's good. You didn't die. Good stuff. Yeah. Crickster says this is a Mary Poppins bag for certain. Even the peppers are. Like we just don't know what's underneath.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
this taco. Hold
Jordy says, isn't that like carne asada? Yeah, I would say so. I
on.
mean,
Taco's ice cold. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's got
Yeah.
it's got some guacamole on the bottom.
Okay.
Of it.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cactus.
Cold steak
Oh,
is better than no steak.
you know, Jared 2112. By the way, awesome name. Like, are you a fan of Rush,
know
Jared?
Jer?
Yeah.
You don't know Jer?
I might know
Jer's,
Jared. Yeah.
Jer is a streamer also. I don't know if he's been streaming much lately,
Oh.
but
Okay.
he is a guitar builder, a luthier, if you will,
Ah.
and he's got a whole professional setup in his garage, and he does very cool streams. Check him out.
Take it.
It could. That's what. That might be what it is.
Nopales. Cactus.
Nopal. See,
That's it.
yep. After you show your sandwich, you can
Okay.
show a couple pictures of the restaurant.
Okay.
I sent a couple pictures of the restaurant to Davey.
Yeah, I got it. At least I certainly have at least one of the pictures up on my tab. So let me do that. Let's get to my sandwich of the week, which is in similar spirit. It's looking for the button. There it is. Okay. Usually he tries me try every sauce for spiciness. Are you the guinea pig, Wendy? That's funny.
She likes the spicy food. I don't like super spicy food.
I gotcha. Yeah. So here it is. This is my sandwich night. It is it's a chicken gyro. This is
chicken gyro.
This looks good. Doesn't that look good?
That does look good. Is that sweet potato fries I see?
Yes, and they were amazing. These sweet potato fries are so good. They are buttery and rich and so tasty. So this is phenomenal. This is a phenomenal go-to for me. And that's my sandwich of the week. Yeah.
Let's do our sandwich toast.
Yes.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Here's to the sandwich toast. To Davey.
To Kenny. And to all the people in our chat. Carlos says, shut up and take my money. I feel it. I mean, it's really great. Yes, the Euro is a sandwich. We have to allow it tonight because otherwise I would be ineligible for this segment. Yeah, so for my purposes, yes, a Euro is a sandwich. Yeah, pickled red onion, says Crickster. Yes.
Smarticus, all about it.
Smarticus says must stop salving. And your taco looks great. I mean, cold or not, it must be amazing meat quality.
Yeah, I may just eat the ceviche after this bite and just eat this up for lunch tomorrow.
Ooh, yes.
By the way, one of my Twitch pet peeves is streamers who eat on the stream.
Oh, that's really that's hysterical. Did you have to soften that stance?
You'll never see me eating on stream.
Was that weird for you when you met me then, knowing this? Like
it's in your name, Davey.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first saw you, I said your name was always in the chat on Brookstone Bards.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. Our good pals at Brookstone Bards.
And I'm sure as a streamer, you, maybe even people in the chat, like you have a picture in your head of what the person looks like, even though like it might not, you may not even have the correct gender. You just get a screen name and you just, even, you know, if it's a non-gendered screen name, you just assume what it is by the name, and sometimes you're right, and a lot of times you're wrong. And what I pictured from what Davey is eating sandwich, I pictured like a really tall, scraggly hippie guy. I don't know. God's honest truth. I have no idea why. I have no.
I think I know.
And then when I saw you, why?
Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of Shaggy vibes for
Mm-hmm,
sure.
mm-hmm. But keep going. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That was it. I saw you on the stream. I was like, wow, that was really good.
I always wondered what people would look like, when you meet them for the first time, and as just similar to you, like in a lot of cases, they're completely different, and in a lot of cases, they're actually exactly how I visualize them for the most part. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, a perfect example. Someone from your community called the Rusty Panda.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought the Rusty Panda was a fat guy, and it's not fat nor a guy. I was completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
There's a
Rusty
stream
tends to be.
scribe. A stream scribe has someone called Fat Panda,
Mm-hmm.
FAATPAANDA, and I guess because I thought maybe Fat Panda had changed their name to Rusty Panda, and that crossed the wire. Like I don't know, but
I
yeah,
have.
I completely misgendered Rusty Panda. So if you see her, tell her I'm sorry.
I will absolutely do that, but I understand it though because like Rusty is typically a male name. So like when you see Rusty, you're like, oh, it's Rusty. It's Rusty's here. So I know where you're coming from. So but let's see. How tall am I, Davey? I'm not tall. I'm like 5'8". I'm not that tall at all, actually.
I'm 5'9". I'm not that much taller than
Oh,
you.
okay, okay. So that's pretty similar.
Now your family roots are in Mexico, but you've never lived here.
No, no, I've never lived there. I was born in Oxnard, and that's where I grew up, and I still have my family still there too. But yes, my dad's from Michoacan, so which is an amazing place to have taco, if I may say so. A lot of rich history there, of course. But my mom is from the Philippines, and I don't know exactly what part, but they met at Cal State Northridge, so it's a fun story. But Picture says everyone thinks I'm a dude. Yeah,
I would have thought you were. I thought you were a dude.
wow, look at that. Yeah, so you just never know with names. Like I feel like it's important to always consider, don't assume too much with a name. Like one of the earliest examples for me was a good friend of ours. You probably might remember Benjabi 75, right? Like,
Sure.
yeah, I used to think Benjabi 75 was a guy, and
Oh yeah.
and
You
same.
go by Ben.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yep, for sure. Oh, we got to the raid. Oh my gosh, I got a sandwich in my hand.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, what's up, Scott? Thank you so much for the raid, Firestone Rocks Drums. Welcome in. Bring y'all in too.
Where's the song? Play the song.
We got the song coming. Let's go. Okay. I remember. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. Yeah.
I predict a riot.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I predict a riot.
I should link you to the original song. Like, it is a fun song. It's quite a bop. But welcome, Firestone Rocks Drums. How's it going? Can we give a shout to
Scott? Scott just celebrated his 4th affiliate anniversary.
Hell yeah, Scott! Congratulations. Let's go. And I was saying it yesterday. I pump it up, everybody. And Cindy, great to see you again. And all the people from Scott's community. It's Copper Bob Kid. Good to see you. And Tina, of course. Jeff Lynn. Sparksaw. Do you try to read everybody's names from the raid when there's a raid this big? Like Sniper, of course, our good pal Sniper. Brenda in the chat. Nice to see you here, friends.
Brenda, I just finished a taco, but now I'm working on the shrimp ceviche.
Yep, and it looks. And what do you think of the blueberries in there?
It was clearly labeled as a fruit ceviche. Now, I'm one of those people who, if you get shrimp in your sushi, I'm going to call you a cheater. Unless you eat fish also. But so cooked shrimp ceviche, it's a little bit cheating, but I'm okay with it. But here, cheers.
Cheers to you too. And here's my sandwich tonight. Thank you for raiding in, everybody. Tonight's sandwich
like a dessert.
is a chicken gyro. There it is. Ooh, does that look good? And sweet potato fries. Yeah, this is great stuff. So if you're
What,
ever
Bishop
around,
Reed?
yeah, for sure, for sure. So again, y'all go follow Firestone Rocks Drums. He's a really brilliant drummer.
So
And
Scott and I have known each other since 1996,
yeah, you've known each other for that's a
and
long time. Holy cow!
and since the early days of streaming, we also have we you can find me a lot um, on screen on his streams, and you can find him a lot on my streams
Yes, yeah,
because we recorded videos for each other so we can play along. So um, he and I, our communities are very closely knit.
yeah. It's really cool, and it's kind of neat. Like when you go on an adventure in Costa Rica or another part of the world, and we need a little Kenny fix. It's always good to go to Scott's channel and just cue a song with you on it. So there've been some good ones.
Hey Joe,
Yeah.
he's got a separate tab on his song list, and it's called Kenny Songs.
Yeah, nice.
Hello, horror host Joe. So two people now have asked if a gyro is considered a sandwich. I say absolutely.
I'm 100% in agreement with that. Because honestly, it's the bread is so thick. It is essentially a bun in a lot of ways, you know. So I'm always down with that definition too. I want to thank Copper Bob Kid for the follow as well. Thank you so much for joining the Sandwich. You're faithful. It's nice to have you here. And Horror Host Joe, what's up, Horror Host Joe? Good to see you. Shout out to our friend Horror Host Joe as well. Really, just some of the cool people in our communities along Twitch. We see some of them in like a lot of different channels, and Joe's one of those, and also Tina is, and also Scream Scribe is, and it's really cool to have y'all here. And so, welcome, friends. So we were talking about the restaurant you're at. Yeah, pump it up again. Let's go. Good music is always worth following. Oh yes, Copper Bobkid. Thank you for that, by the way. Scott will be back. Okay, cool. Super cool. I remember when we had Scott on the show, we had so many like way back memories. We had photos and everything. It was really cool to see like young Ken, like baby Kenny and baby Scott, like doing gigs for.
Aw.
Yeah, it was fun times. It was great. I mean, even the one in the garden, that's wild. Like it's just it's so many memories. So many memories.
For those who don't know, Scott and I played Madison Square Garden together. It was a bar mitzvah for a wealthy family, and they rented out the whole garden for the bar mitzvah. And Scott and I played at it, so we can say we played at the garden. I've played with people who played at the garden for real.
Oh yeah,
we just played at the garden for fake.
I'm trying to figure out which of these is the video because I just looked at it. Oh, here it is. I found it. Never mind. I got it. Didn't take long. Okay, so we're gonna share some video of the restaurant you were just at, which had this amazing taco and the ceviche and much more. So let's go give this a look, everybody, and then you can take a tour with us. And again, this is another example of all the color in this town you're in. So much color. It's like the mid 80s all over the place. Like it's amazing stuff. Like, well, maybe I should turn
octopuses.
Yeah, the octopuses. Look at that. I'm gonna have to pop down the music because like I think that might put us in DMCA territory. But if you look at how amazing and how vivid this is, and you don't even all the chairs. Oh, paletas. Yes, you're so lucky, Kenny.
There's 2 dogs and 3 eyes.
Oh, really? Oh, it's always unfortunate to see.
It always looks like it's winking.
Oh, yeah.
So the name of the town is called San Miguel de Allendre. It's kind of right smack in the middle of Mexico. We're at 6,200 feet up here.
Oh, man.
It's considered high desert, so we don't get a whole lot of rain, but we did get some rain the other day.
Yeah.
But right now we're in the dry season. Everyone was freaking out that it rained.
I can imagine.
Because it's not normal here. And then there's the octopus right on the front of that bar right there.
I can see it's not normal because you see how many like outdoor patio type things you have in this town. Like this is one of them. Like this is mostly, even though there's a roof over it, it's essentially outdoors. It's basically just an outdoor facility. So it's
it's the middle of February, and the temperature the last bunch of days has been in Fahrenheit. I'm going to say 72 to 75.
Okay.
But then it gets a little chilly in the mornings.
Yeah.
What are you trying to zoom in on there?
I just wanted to get like a still of the table basically because it was really really neat to see like just all the like you see like El Pulpo in the back on the bar. Like they painted this beautiful mural of an octopus in the bar. Mm-hmm. Is it a dry heat to sniper?
Yes, it's very dry.
Yeah, it would seem that way when you're up that high. Brenda says I was asking about the pups the other day. Nice. And San Miguel de Allende is the name of the venue. Says Wendy.
See,
Sweet.
me.
Um,
So the section that we are staying in is called Obraje, Obrage. I'm sorry, Je. Obra. I'll put it in the chat.
mhm.
It's easier. Obraje, and then we're right next to um, Colonia Guadalupe. Colonia Guadalupe, and Colonia Guadalupe was where the people lived who worked at Fabrica Aurora, which was the big manufacturing facility in the city.
Mhm.
So the a huge percentage of the population worked there. So the colonia that was across the street, um, this is where everybody lived. So one fed the other. But this particular colonia has so much wall art and street art and murals, and you can't. It's like it's hard to. It's so beautiful. It's already a beautiful town, and this section, this this is a super beautiful section of a super beautiful town. And
Yeah.
if you want to scroll through some of those videos that I shot
Yeah, definitely.
yesterday, feel free.
Let's go look at the. We can revisit some of the videos from yesterday too. So like, let me go do that. Ferret Foss is in the chat. Welcome in, Ferret. Let me just want to quickly show everybody the sandwich one more time before I finish it, because I will be finishing it for sure. Look at that.
It looked like it took 2 bites.
I know it's so much of it left. That's how big it is. It's an impressive sandwich. Um, I'm eating a chicken gyro. The chicken gyro. It's fantastic. It's really good. Okay, so do you want to go with the house, or do you want to do the tour of the other stuff first? Like, we can go either one.
I just mentioned Colonia Guadalupe, so
Okay, so let's do that. Let's see if I can remember.
you can just scrub through it. It's just so people. Can I up my volume? Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring that down. Yeah, I'll adjust that. Okay, no sweat. Let
Let me know
me
if you need more. I'm also not talking.
point me in the right direction here, Kenny. I think it's like 2020. I'm looking by the dates on here, so I think it's like 2025 02.
No, don't go by that. Go by that. I labeled. I think it's called the big one.
Oh, okay. The big one. Okay, got it. Found it. Thank you.
This video is way too long to watch on the stream, but
yeah. Okay. So now let's go take a look at this beautiful town that Kenny's in right now. Kenny and Wendy are in right now, actually. So
all right.
Sorry,
everybody.
Wow.
I'm just gonna run through quick, and then I'll narrate. You can turn the audio off if you want.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Narrate when I can.
That's true, because you're already narrating the video.
Yeah, I can narrate.
You can narrate over here.
So this town was always a draw for artists and artsy people.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just one colonia, but literally everywhere you look, there is street art and murals. That one that's right there in the middle, it's super colorful. It looks like I'm zooming in on it. Berries and a bird. That's an artist who we actually met the other day. She actually just lives right in town. She does a lot of private work for people, and she's making a career out of doing all these murals and wall art.
Yo, that's awesome. Look at that one. Look at the detail on that fox. Holy cow.
Oh, the detail is amazing. There's one I'm about to show. I turn around. It's on the other side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
This is one long street that just has a whole row of them. And I think opposite that mosaic that's there of the guy. So that guy, Cosio del Pomar,
mm-hmm.
he was an artist he was from Peru.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to start an art school here. But that's a mosaic. That's not a painting.
Wow, that's impressive, a mosaic.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of mosaics. And then I turn around here, and the detail in these hands that are on the wall, I'm sorry, that's not it. It's that's Frida Kahlo.
Look at the
Looks
hair.
like Frida Kahlo and a clown. Yeah, there's one coming up in a minute that it's just basically a close up of two hands, and like the scale of it on this wall is huge. But then, Carlo, are you looking at this? I hope Carlo is still here.
Oh, look at that one.
This woman is kind of
got the mask and everything. Jordy says Lucha Libre, let's go. Yeah, I saw the Lucha Libre there just a minute ago.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Luchadores. We've never been to a Luchadores show. That one's kind of cartoony. Not sure what that's all about.
Mm-hmm.
The one for this one in the middle, we met this artist also.
Ooh.
All her art has that same kind of a theme where it's just like you're looking at the desert, but then a portal opens up into the mountains or the sea
Mm-hmm.
and the clouds and stuff like that. It's very cool. And I think this is the part where I spin around and show you the opposite wall. There it is. Just the detail. Oh, the sun was in my lens. It's a little hard to get, but just the detail on those hands is just it blows me away. I can't
Mm-hmm.
draw a stick figure. That's the thing.
Neither can
Are
I.
they wearing stretchy? I was not wearing pants at all.
Do you notice that there's like a good perspective going where it almost looks like it's coming out of the wall? That's
Yeah.
impressive.
There's another one later in the video where it looks like there's horses running out of the wall.
Wow. Yeah. Boy, that is incredible vision.
Why are you asking if I was wearing stretchy pants? Trying to figure out where Sniper's mind. I wear stretchy
Sniper.
pants now.
Funny. Smarticus says, imagine if this kind of stuff was openly permitted stateside. The inspiring potential alone would be mind blowing. You know?
Yeah, that one is huge. I had to
Wow.
zoom
Look
all
at
the way
that.
out and stand across the street. It's
Wow.
enormous.
Look at that. Look at
Oh,
that.
it's a Nacho Libre reference. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. I don't think I ever saw that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a funny movie. It was it came out quite a while ago, but Jack Black, yeah, really fun.
Sholo Dog and the Hummingbirds. And then I'm going to get to the end of this wall in a second, and then I spin around and get to one that's really, really, really cool. Because there's flowers everywhere in this town also. So the one that I'm going to show you in a second spins around. It includes flowers within the art. The flowers become part of the art, which is kind of cool. I don't know why I'm staying so long on this particular piece, but maybe I was talking about.
Oh, is it? I see flowers on it.
It's right behind me right now.
Oh, oh wow! It's like a chia pet.
Yeah, it's almost like chia pet.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But it looks amazing though. Like look at how that integrates into the painting though. Jordy asks, "How long does a typical painting like that take to finish?" I wouldn't know. I wonder if the artist might have had some idea. I mean, it's got to be a long time, right? Like,
so a lot of times you'll see that the artist. Oh, I was showing you the doors here. The doors are San Miguel. People get these hand carved doors, are always very fancy, and one is fancier than the next. It's a very fancy town. It's almost fancy enough for Debbie Skolnick to live in it.
It's very fancy, yeah.
She's very posh, Debbie Skolnick. I forgot what I interrupted myself. That's kind of a cool religious Mary kind of a thing. And then this is a little axolotl going through the wall. Do you know what axolotl is?
Vaguely, but not really.
That's how you spell it. They're only from a place in Mexico City called Xochimilco. It's like a lizard kind of a thing, but it's really cute. They always smile.
Mm-hmm.
This one is enormous. Oh, I was talking about a lot of times the artist will leave their Instagram handle in the corner of the picture. And if you go to their Instagram, you can not only find all their work, but a couple of them I've seen actually show sped up video of them doing the artwork. So you can see it from a stencil to filling in the colors to filling in the details. It's really
wow.
Cool. So Day of the Dead paintings. Yeah, so Dia de los Muertos and the Katrina are found all over Mexico, regardless of what the date is. This was one they had called in a bunch of artists, and then COVID hit, so the artists were all here, and they did this very heavy piece that's kind of COVID, about
Right.
the pandemic with all the masks and the hazmat suits, and it's a very 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 heavy thing.
Yeah.
There's one Katrina coming up in about 30 seconds. No, it's more than 30 seconds, but um, it's one of my favorite pieces actually, in the whole world. I cracked my ceviche thing, and that was lime juice.
Hey, Phil. For he's a guy Phil Vello.
Hey, Bill. Or he's a jolly Bill Bello. Or he's a jolly Bill Bello. Here come the horses coming through the wall.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, and the tiger. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, that's very convincing. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is
Cool, right?
wow. It's like sticking out in the street.
So this is all mosaic.
Mm-hmm.
This is not paint. It's mosaic. And you can fast forward through this a little bit because I stopped and read some of the things that were
Okay.
inscribed into
Move
into
ahead.
the wall. But so there's two houses that kind of are competing with each other. This is the side of the first one.
Okay.
You can scrub ahead a little bit
Oh,
so
even
they
more?
go around the
Okay.
corner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's the front of the house. They've got a lot of the Mexican and Mayan culture, and it's all mosaic around the windows. Um, Hummingbird colibri is found everywhere in Mexico. It's very common to
Mm-hmm.
see.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Kukulkan, which is the feathered serpent, one of the gods of the Mayans, takes up this entire wall. Look at that.
Yeah, I think I
And
see
that,
this serpent in stage shows a lot.
yeah, it runs down the side of Chichen Itza, the pyramid. There's a jaguar and an iguana there too.
Yeah.
But it run, and I no, so you see, just pause it for a second.
Oh, hang on.
So
Boop. There you go.
so right in the middle of the Kukulkan, you can see the pyramid. That's Chichen Itza.
Mhm.
Um, and twice a year on the equinoxes, on the spring and the fall equinox, the Mayans knew the calendar, and they knew the way the sun was, and they knew where the stars were. They really had it together. And on the equinoxes, if you go to Chichen Itza, um, right at a specific time of day, like exactly at the equinox, the light goes down the side of the pyramid. You could see it kind of depicted on the left there. See where it's white,
Mm-hmm.
the white against the black steps, and then at the bottom of it is the head of the feathered serpent.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they knew, and it's exactly at that time, on exactly the equinox, every year, twice a year. Like they were so far ahead of what was going on in the Eastern world with with all their science. Like there are four on Chichen Itza. There are four sets of staircases, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, each of them, I forget the math. Then if you count up the total number of steps, including the platform, it's 365. Like they knew how
How did
many.
they know? They knew
They
that?
knew. They knew. They knew exactly when the sun changed positions in the sky. Is crazy.
Wow. Yeah, and I have
Um,
had. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just saying.
I was answering Sue Stewart's question about those are no, these are not. I mean, they're private property because they're private houses, but um, I was just standing in the street, and Sue Stewart. This was not mediodía, which is noon, um, and noon is not during the siesta. It was at about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is during the siesta.
Mm.
Sorry. All right, you can start the video again. I just
All
wanted
right.
to.
Now let's
They
see.
were still they were still sacrificing people, but they did know a lot about science.
A lot. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty intense culture. My family knows it well as well. Um,
Wait,
it,
did your parents live in Mexico or your grandparents lived in Mexico?
my dad lived in Mexico in his youth, and then the family, well, not the entire family, but a good amount of it, like migrated to LA, like in the '70s.
Okay.
Um, but it's a long, rich history there too. But
So you used to be able to climb up and down. Sorry, I'm responding to Jordy. People used to be able to climb to the top of Chichen Itza. They used to allow guests to climb up to the top,
Hmm.
but they don't anymore. I'm not exactly sure why. Here comes that Katrina that I love.
Oh,
This
there
is
it
my
is.
favorite one.
Yeah.
This one is so intense. Just the blue is just so striking, and she looks right through you.
There's a third eye too, if you look there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is the second house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
It's a
So
little
wait, that
mosaic
all of what
house.
we just saw was one house, and this is the second house now. I thought that's
I
the one.
think so. Yeah. There may be one in between,
Yeah. That's really, really
but it's
remarkable.
all one block.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and I'm kind of curious as to judge when these houses were built. Like this feels like early 1900s sometime. I'm thinking like 1920, maybe 1930 something.
It might just be done in that style.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't. There's a lot of North American retirees here who came down with their money
Oh, okay.
um, and just built up, but they kept the charm of the town. They didn't build gaudy North American McMansions,
Good.
so you can't necessarily tell the new from the old. But what you have a lot of in this neighborhood is um, you see on the left side of me, there's just a lot of just walls
Hmm.
and there are doors, and every once in a while you walk past an open door and you look in, and it's like this beautiful garden, and the whole thing just goes way back. But from the outside, it doesn't look like anything.
Oh wow.
So there's not a whole lot of ostentatious. Hey, everybody, look at me and look at how much money I have. It's everybody is very hush hush about it.
Hmm.
Which is probably a good idea because people get robbed.
Yeah, yeah.
Rich
I've
people
heard.
rich people turn into a target.
Wendy says that I love this house. That wouldn't sell for less than 800,000 USD. Crazy. True. True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an expensive town. Brenda, the piano is fabulous. I did about 40 minutes before we came over to Davy, so that VOD will be up if you want to hear it.
Now this is
I
one
just
of the paintings I saw from You showed this one yesterday on your stream, and
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell is good. There's a lot going on here, and I don't know what any of it is.
yeah, I don't. I mean, I said paintbrush, but I don't. I really don't know. Like that might be kind of the point. Like you're supposed to. It stimulates you to
It might
imagine
be
what it could
abstract, yeah.
be. Músicas pilas bubbles. Wow.
Yeah, there's like a Christ figure
Oh,
in the middle
películas
of the
pilas bubbles. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this is.
Lucas is wigs.
Yeah.
There's a head of broccoli. I don't know. I have
And the
no idea what that.
snot has somebody clinging to it or something, and then Weird Al Yankovic in the
What?
back or something.
What? Really?
No, I don't know who that is. I'm just guessing, but um, um, but it's amazing stuff. Like it's brilliant artistry in play. Um, oh, look at these trees.
This is all mosaic. This one's a little
Okay.
more simple and to the point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just trees and flowers and hummingbirds, and you don't have to think too much on this one.
Oh yeah. It's still, indeed. T-Bone in the chat. What's up, T-Bone? Welcome in. Says hi.
T-Bone.
T-Bone says hi, friends. Jordy says, I wonder where these artists get the imagination for these paintings. And I that's a good question. I'm sure it's all around them, Like there's a lot of natural beauty in Mexico, and I think you get inspired by it, and probably even more so when you're in Mexico City. It's kind of amazing, but the whole country has like so much going on from that perspective. Um,
Well, the centerpiece of the town
mhm.
is a church called La Parroquia, and that's depicted on the left side there.
Mhm.
And if you've been to Europe, you've seen much bigger churches, but this particular church, it's a modest size compared to the European churches,
Right.
but it's pink, and it looks a lot like the Disney Palace. It looks like a big wedding cake, and you can see it from almost anywhere in the city.
Let's see. If,
These,
these are the cats, right? Or
yeah, so
dogs?
they're cats, and
Okay.
they're actually recycle bins. That's where people come and put their plastic,
Ah,
and they come and empty out the cats every once in a while.
clever.
A little heart in the middle. They're
Recycle cats.
about 15 to 20 feet high.
Yeah. That's pretty good because like you can store, it'll hold a lot of recyclables. Neat.
Yeah.
That was really awesome, Kenny. Thank you again for that montage. Let me see if I can get one of the church though, because I gotta go. I'm gonna put that up too. Let me see if I can find it.
It's called La Parroquia of San Miguel.
Okay.
I don't think that I sent you a picture of it. You can see the very top of it in the video that I sent you that says house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so let's go take a look at the house next then. Here it is. Oh, it's right here. Let's take a look, everybody. So this is a really impressive site. You can see it here.
And that's just the top of it. When you stand in front of it, it looks like an enormous lady part.
Yeah. Oh, let me go back to it. Let me just enormous lady. No, I'm sure you're right. I mean,
it does.
Yeah. Let me see if we can. Well, let's build up to it. Okay, so we're gonna go look. We're gonna enter the house in a moment, but you're first gonna take a look at the surroundings.
Yeah. So this street is a street that goes up to our street, and it's just jagged cobblestones, and it's uphill.
Wow.
And it's really it's a pretty red tree. It's really hard. So we're at 6,200 feet here.
Wow.
The air quality is not great. So when you have to walk up a hill, it takes a little bit out of you.
Yeah.
So I was about 3/4 of the way up the hill at this point, and I said, "Oh, let me show the last little bit of the walk home." What, Senorita Wendita? I do have good shoes. Before we went to Europe, I bought a pair of Brooks. I'd never really spent money on sneakers before, but I said we're going to be doing. Oh, that's a random Chihuahua. I said, you know what? I'm going to buy some shoes because we're going to be walking a lot in Europe.
Yep.
And I have a pair of Brooks, and it was money well spent. I don't remember my feet really ever getting tired.
Good investment, Kenny. Yeah, I've had Asics in my lifetime and Skechers, and both of them have been really good to me for those long tourist trips. Yeah.
So our house is coming up after this green one on the left.
Yep.
And it's called Casa de Alas, which means House of Wings.
What is this? You need really good shoes or you'll die.
And then it's got butterflies painted on the front of it. We got our own little street art right on our house. So that's where we are right now.
Yeah. There it is. Look at that. This is your house. Look at that.
That's where we get to live. We're so lucky to get to live here for 2 months, and it's got a couple of bedrooms, one of which we don't even use.
Wow.
And this is a terrace that overlooks the mountains, and you can see the parroquia.
Wait till you see this view, everybody. Like, this is spectacular.
I sent you a picture of the sunset from tonight, actually.
Oh.
Right over those mountains. You can show it after this.
Okay. Yeah, this is nice. Look
got
at
a lot of power line. And so we were up there with some friends, and a friend of mine kind of pointed, and he was like, "Oh my God, look at that!" And so if you're very, very like, if you can't even look at a spider, just like tune out for like.
Oh yeah. Should we? Yeah. Okay.
But that's not the spider.
That's not the spider.
That's the bug with the big balls.
I'm gonna pause it. The bug with the big balls. All right. So
it does. It's got big balls. That bug. Big ball bug.
Big ball. I legit.
Song. Big ball bug is big.
I love it. But trigger warning for everybody in the chat. Maybe turn away from the screen for the next minute or so because we're about to show a whopper.
If you're not cool with spiders,
now
let me tell you. So the spider that you're going to see, yes, is very large, and it's certainly not a web that you would want to walk into in the middle of the night. But the spider itself is absolutely gorgeous. Wait till you see it. Yeah,
Jordy. Yes, it won't kill anybody, but I understand the
spider won't even kill you.
Well, that's fair too. But we do know that there are people who are very, very triggered by spiders. So we do want to just give people caution. Here, let's go. Let's go. Here it is.
But they're still here. They're still here. They deserve it. I think it's called a golden orb.
Okay.
Something like that.
Here it comes, yeah. And yeah, you can see even that wall, like right there, that brick wall, like, man, that is just beautiful. But okay, here it comes. Yeah, here. Woo. Beautiful spider though, right? Like really, really, just gorgeous.
Just
Do you,
the patterns on the body. So
yeah.
that's the female. The female is quite a bit bigger than the male in
Mm-hmm.
this particular
Mm-hmm.
species.
Do you know what kind of
Yeah,
spider
that's
it
just
is? Says Brenda.
yeah. It's the golden orb, I think it's called.
Okay, golden orb.
There's a little green spider in the shower with me today.
Oh, really? Holy cow!
Yeah, he's
Ooh,
a little one. He
little one.
stayed
Okay,
put.
okay. Yeah. There's the church. Yeah, this cathedral.
Top of the
Wow.
church.
Just the top, everybody. That's just the top of it. Mm, that was beautiful, Kenny. Okay, so folks with spider concerns, you are good to turn your head back to the screen now. Um, thank you for showing that. We'll give you a photo of the sunset. Do that in a second. I think I got it here. Well, maybe not. That's not be it. But you sent it to me
It should be
separately.
the no. It should be the most recent picture in that folder.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it.
Wendy.
Should be here somewhere. Okay. I'll find it. I'll find it. Just need a minute.
I was out getting dinner, so I got there a little late, so I didn't get the actual. I didn't the actual sun. You just see the glow over the mountains.
Okay. Oh, here it is. I found it. This is pretty. This is sweet. Let me blow this up and then I'll show it to everybody on screen. There it is. Yeah, look at that, everybody.
That's right from the front of our house at
Wow.
6:45 every day.
Wow, wow, wow.
I can't. I no. I don't want to imagine that, Jordy. That's a little too much for me. I'm
Yeah.
not squeamish about spiders, but I hate walking into spider webs. And with a spider that big, no, 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 no.
It'd be it would put a scare in a lot of into a fair number of people, yeah, Jordy. But it would be, just be careful out there, of course. But look how nice that is. I mean, it is like golden orange. Oh my goodness, this is such a
We're
beautiful.
so fortunate.
Yeah.
And the house is just decorated beautifully, and
Yeah.
it's got a backyard on multi levels with a fire pit and a
Yep.
fountain, and I don't know why the person who owns this house isn't living here right now, but um, they're not asking a whole lot of money for rent, and we walked in, and there's this beautiful house with, everything is here.
You get to rent the
It's
entire house.
yeah.
That's awesome.
One bedroom is locked up. I guess that's her bedroom.
Oh, okay, okay. But very very cool. Like it's a really good place to.
Yeah.
You could host some parties in there if you start to get to know people around there. Good times.
Yeah, the backyard is totally ready for guests.
I love
And
it.
in the backyard, there's a little office, which is where I'm sitting right now.
Mhm.
And that's where I'm going to be streaming from. So it's separate, slightly separate from the house.
Nice.
It's attached to the house, but you have to walk outside to get in here.
Oh, I see. I see. You have to walk outside to get. Oh no, I got you. It's kind of like a laundry room sometimes. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's a laundry room also, but yeah, you walk out the door, and then immediately on your left is this room that I'm sitting in.
Sweet stuff, Kenny. All right. So here, do you need to take a break at all for a bathroom break at all or anything like that? I have content to fill us in.
Oh yeah, I mean it's up to you. I'm good for now, but
Are you good? Okay. Okay. We'll save it for then when you do need to go.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a little bit about our history here and what we're doing here for a couple months. So we were here in February of 24 for the whole month, and we fell in love with the town pretty quickly. And we knew we wanted to come back. And when you travel the way we do, especially around Mexico, as much as we've traveled, people say, "Okay, well, what's your favorite place?" And the answer for both of us is actually San Miguel de Allende, which we are here. So we knew we wanted to get back. And this was the spot in our schedule where it fit. And we're meeting up with some friends who are actually people that we know from online, from back home and online. We're meeting up with them in Cabo, April 19th. So we had a couple of months to fill in our schedule. Like, let's go back to San Miguel, because when we were here the last time, it was one of our last days. It was like our last week, and I was invited to a party of someone who was in the music business. He had a recording studio in Chicago, and he's friends with all the music people here in San Miguel. Like I said, it's a very artsy town, and there's a lot of music. You can find live music here every night of the week. Um, so the one of the guys that I was talking to, he said, "Oh yeah, I have a gig with this guy Steven up at a place called the Rain Dog Lounge. It's a sunset gig. It's 5 to 7 p.m. This Sunday. Why don't you come down?" Okay, and he's good about letting people play. If you wanted to come up and do a song, um, come on up and do it. So we went over and we met him, and good player, uh, good guy. The guy that we played with was playing guitar with him, and he called me up to play a song or two, and I kind of lit the crowd on fire, which is what I do.
Yeah, you did.
Um, and not literally, by the way. I'm not an arsonist. So, so I come off the stage. I come off the stage, and he pulls me aside, and he said, "Oh, when are you here until? Because I need a vacation." And I said, "We're leaving like in 2 days. I'm really sorry." He said, "Well, when you come back, you let me know because I need a vacation." So um, we we came back. Why don't, yeah, you can cue that video up if you want. Um, so we came back, and I got in touch with him and let him know that we would be here in the middle of February through the middle of April, and he already booked me for a date up there. So on March 6th, Thursday, March 6th at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be up there, and if I'm able to, I will stream. I will stream the gig as an IRL. But I'm sure that once I get that gig under my belt and the people, receive me nicely, I'm sure there will be a few more. So I went to see his band in a different part of the same venue Friday night, and he called me up to play with his band, and I played a couple songs with him, and then I sang a couple songs. So um, there was one song that I had posted on my Facebook page, but the one that I sent over to you is something that only the people who were there have ever seen it before. So it's kind of a premiere. I
Cool.
saved you some fresh content for Davey.
Yeah, I love it a lot. Let me just get a quick question from Sniper before we get this rolling. Sniper says, "Is it the same house from before?"
No, this the house that we rented, or the apartment that we rented, I should say, last year, was in a more walkable location, but it was not nearly as nice as this. It was more of an apartment. There was 2 bedrooms, but there's no way I could have streamed there. Like even when we watched TV, the people who were next door were asking us to turn it down. So there was no way we could have streamed from that apartment. But we're really happy with this place. It took I don't know, about 15 minutes to walk home from the middle of town today.
Okay.
We didn't go through Airbnb. That one was an Airbnb.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
when you rent it through when you rent an Airbnb, expect to pay about 30% between taxes and Airbnb fees.
Right.
It's so much money, and it's a little annoying.
Administrative stuff. Like, I mean, I get, so they can operate it, I guess. But like you said, it's kind of like delivery services. Like like they get a cut. They get a cut of the money. Whereas here,
Yeah, it's like Ticketmaster.
really, that's
Ticketmaster.
a great analogy.
Ticketmaster is the call. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ticketmaster is trash. Forget Ticketmaster.
So so I went up and I played a couple songs with the guy whose band it is.
Okay.
And then he said, "Hey, everybody, the room only holds about 40 people."
Hmm.
And he said, "Oh, this is Kenny. He's originally from New York. He's in town for a couple months, and he'll be playing here on March 6th, and he's going to sing a couple songs for you." So, um, when you just walk in to play with a band who you don't know, you have to keep it a little simple. So I just said, "You guys know Superstition?" And they said yes.
Nice.
And this is what we did.
Cool. So we'll be back. Are you going to take your break? I'm going to take my break too. We'll time this
Yeah,
together.
take a little. We'll show them. It was a 5-piece band with a sax player and a sax, bass, guitar. Now the drummer in this band, by the way,
Hmm.
let me just tell you about him. His name is Rick Schlosser, and if you look up Schlosser without a C, so Shlosser, and he was like the studio guy in the mid '70s to the early '80s. He was like if you look up this guy's resume, he's played on more songs that you know than almost anyone else that you've heard of. He told me that in 1980 he had 8 songs in the top 10 that year.
Wow.
He played on 8 top 10 songs that year, and he said that he's the drummer on the Rod Stewart song "Tonight's the Night." It's kind of
Wow.
everyone knows that. He's the drummer on that. He got paid $70.
What?
$70. When you're not the guy who wrote the song,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just the guy who comes in and plays the drums on the song, there's not any drums on that song. Um, yeah, the studio musicians don't make a whole lot of money until you're a high profile guy.
Right. Right. No, I hear that. Yeah. I guess that's why there are so many gigs, right, for people like that, so they can just continue to sustain an income. So, but
Yeah.
that's impressive that you had 8 top 10. I'm thinking most of those were probably like yacht rock songs because it's 1980. Like I'm thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, sweet. But the record company made so much more than that. Oh, I'm sure of it. There's no doubt. No doubt. Jordy.
Well, and the songwriter makes a lot of the money also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. So, all right, let's play. Let's roll this. This is gonna be great. Superstition. Kenny's jumping in on this. This is gonna be great. Here we go. We'll be back in just a minute. Like, this is great stuff. Oh my gosh, this already sounds great. Let's go.
way. There is superstition. The devil's on his way. Ooh, nothing but no baby. Go for the kick now. 7 years of better love. Nothing to the last. Believe in things that you don't understand and you survive. Superstition ain't the way. No, no, no. I'll break it down for you. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. You sing that. Superstition ain't the way. All right. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. Ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way.
Amazing, Kenny. Amazing stuff. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you. You know, in a situation that you just walk into like that, it's just the simplest victory is, but the best victory is just that everybody finishes at the same time.
That's
You
true.
know, and I'm just, thank you guys.
Well done. All right, so let's give it to the chat. It's time for you to give you the floor for questions. We're gonna give it to you. We are gonna ask the mods to use !open queue as we start once again our latest edition of America and Mexico's favorite moment in Twitch broadcasting.
Do the dance. It's time for random questions. Good stuff. Ask us anything.
All right, and thank you, Tina, for opening up that queue. Let's go ahead and get your questions now. You know what to do if you've been here before. ! Question followed by the question you want to ask Kenny. Enter that into the chat. We'll take them in order tonight.
Where did you get that? Where did you get that jingle from?
I love the question. There is a famous jingle company called Jam Creative Productions, and they've done jingles for a lot of stations over the years. And so you can actually go to them and get them to do jingles for anything. Like they can be your podcast or this show or your grocery store or literally anything. But they don't charge as much as you would think they do. So it's pretty remarkable that they can get the same people to sing the song, and they use the tracks that they used before for the radio station, you know, like for the original jingles, and they just redo the lyrics. And it's like, it's impressive stuff. Like, so that's, yeah, Jam Creative. You can find them at jingles.com if you want to check out their website. It's an amazing website. So, yeah, thanks for asking. It's a great, I love that jingle. It's been a great part of the show forever. So, yeah. Okay, let's get to these questions. Wait, is this from you, Kenny? You asking?
No one was asking questions. I was trying to break the ice.
When
No one
will
wants to
you
be the
start?
first at the buffet? You know what I'm saying?
I thought you'd made it, Davey. I know. Well, I wish I could take credit for that, but no, this is that's really good. Like, I mean, people have complimented the jingle over the years, and so big thanks to Jam for like putting that together. It's really great what they do. Thank you, Phil. Phil says that jingle makes me smile. Me too.
Aw. You know who makes me smile? Bill Bello.
Yeah. Phil Villo. If you got a question,
Makes me smile.
makes me smile too. Phil, you've been great to us for so many years, to so many people too. Like, it's just wonderful to have you back here. So the question, Kenny, from Kenny, where will you start streaming? Kenny asks Kenny, here's Kenny's question. When will you start streaming from San Miguel?
Well, funny, I should ask. So I streamed from Merida, December going into January. We were in Costa Rica in between our two Mexico cities. Not Mexico City, the two cities in Mexico. And I've streamed a little bit here and there since we retired, since we retired and since I left. And the people were always nice enough to come back, and I had some nice streams. And when I knew that I was going to be streaming steadily, which was in Merida, I said, you know what, I'm going to get a little equipment, and I'm gonna do it right, because the streams that I did from another town called Puerto Morelos, which is near Cancun, I was streaming from my laptop with a camera and the laptop microphone. I was just singing into the air, and that was my stream. And I said, if I'm going to stream regularly for a month, I'm going to put some effort in. I'm going to get good gear, and I'm going to do it right. So um, I invested a little bit of money, and my community paid me back in spades. Um, like I've seen people who left Twitch try to come back to Twitch, and they can't get 10 people to watch them. And the fact that so many of the people came back and are just they always come back. Um, it just it blows me away, and I'm so appreciative of it. And you know, to quote the great Phil Bello, it makes me smile. So the you know, I have one of the most generous communities on Twitch, and the aside from having a whole lot of fun and being very happy to reconnect with all the old friends, and making some new friends, just you know,
Hmm.
still the ever expanding community. Um, I made some money, and I said, well, if we're going to be in San Miguel for 8 weeks, um, and the money seems to be flowing in, I'm gonna get I said maybe I'll see if I can find rent another piano in San Miguel, and I go to ChatGPT, and I said, where do I find a digital piano for rent or for sale in San Miguel? And ChatGPT was just like, fuck if I know. There ain't nothing near there. I was like, oh, great. So it's just like, I guess I'm not going to be able to do this. And then I said, wait a minute. Amazon Mexico is a thing. Let me look on Amazon Mexico. And I found the piano that I still have in New York that I used to stream from all the time. Found the same model at a reasonable price on Amazon Mexico. And they said, if you order it, we can have it to you in 3 or 4 days. And I said, that's what I'm going to do. So I had a mixer emitter that I got rid of. So I had to buy a mixer. I had to buy a mic stand, not the mic. I had to buy the mic stand, the stand for the piano, um, and a pedal for the piano, which I realized today I didn't have to, but I did. Um, just knowing that, you know, the community is showing up. They're still showing up. And the guy who owns the club where I played, who wanted to hire me, I called him up. I said, if I buy a piano, I just need to use it for a couple months. I'm not going to take it with me. So, would you either want to buy it, or could you store it for me for a piano you can bang on at home? Or do you think maybe um, maybe you know, the club would buy it? He said he's from New Zealand. He said, "Don't worry, mate. We got you covered." Without even without even a breath. So this is a piano that I can leave here and will always have here, because we're always going to come back here, because it's such a nice town, and it's
Oh.
just comfortable, and it's artsy, and we just feel at home right away. So I put in the order for the piano on the 20th of February, and all of the I put it the order for the piano was separately than the rest of those. There's a little bit of start and stop, but Amazon tracking, all the other stuff came in like a day or two.
Yeah.
The mixer and the pedal and the mic stand, the keyboards, it all came. And then the piano, since I ordered it, says arriving February 26th or 27th.
Wow.
And it's not changing. And that's fine. I got, you know, if I know it's going to be here, that's fine. I want to make sure I'm here when it gets here, of course. But it's like, why isn't it changing? And So yesterday I noticed that, like in the there's no English language on Mexican Amazon.
Oh, okay.
It's a different branch. You're not buying the same stuff. You can get stuff from American Amazon, but you'll pay a hefty import tax.
Okay.
It says importación on it, and you always pay more. So
Hmm.
um, it's in Spanish, which I can read probably 80%, let's say. And I noticed something, and it said the Amazon wasn't shipping. It's no long the short story longer is it was a company called Paquete Express that was going to ship it. So the I found the tracking number there. I tracked it yesterday, and it was still kind of in limbo. I was like, shit, where is it going? When's it going to get here? But I wasn't a little worried, not that worried yet. And then today I checked the tracking again, and it said that this morning at 8 a.m. it had arrived in Querétaro, which is an hour from here.
Okay. Okay.
It's like, oh, okay, well, it is going to be here the 20. Today's the 25th. It is going to be the 26th or the 27th for sure. Great. And then I checked it again later in the day, and it said 12:51 on its way to the domicile. I was like, yay, it's going to be here today. And like 3:30, 4 o'clock today, the doorbell rings, and here it is.
There it is. Look, everybody. Nice.
So, I still have to get some sounds together. Make sure the mix is good. So at some point between now and Sunday, I'm gonna pop in and just do a few songs and have the audience say, "Oh, the vocal needs to be louder, or the piano is too loud, or the piano, or it's distorting." I rely on audience feedback. And then there's another thing that I'm gonna do that I want to get together for Sunday, so this Sunday is the first official stream.
Okay.
That's the answer. A very elongated answer to my question. Thank you for asking, Kenny.
We appreciate you asking
So
the
it'll
question,
be-
Kenny.
It'll be 8 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday, March 2nd. Will be the first official stream. I'm going to start working on I'm so excited about this idea. I don't even know if I want to tell you about it.
You don't have
because
to.
I'm so excited. But I was inspired. Our friend Kraken Not Stirred did something on his stream. And I was just like, I love this idea. And it's been bouncing around in my head. I haven't been able to do anything with it because I haven't had a piano or anything to record with. But now that I do, it's something to keep the audience busy while I'm in the bathroom or if I need a break or whatever. Some people have the little parachute game that they do, or I've always shown old videos or collabs or whatever. But this is something that the audience can actually get involved with and be musical. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna tell you more about it. You
Okay.
just have to tune in. You have to tune in and find out. All right, we got more questions. Let's answer some.
All the more reason, by the way, to follow Kenny. There's a link to our friend Kenny's channel. Go follow Kenny if you're not. I mean, I'm pretty sure like 95% of the chat is following you at this point, but just in case you're not, go follow. And then we'll have lots more excitement to come in the days.
Like our friend Pete used to say, "Get your life right."
Yeah, get your life right. Let's go. You know how we do. Go follow our friend Kenny. So thank you, Kenny, for the question. All right, Kenny, let's go to the next question from King Dambreaker, who asks, how large of a crowdfunder do you need to start streaming from San Miguel? I believe that question was answered. You mentioned that earlier.
I didn't hear all the words.
Oh, how large of a crowdfunder do we need for you to start streaming from San Miguel?
Oh, the community has already stepped up and answered that question. It's obviously worth my while to come back and fire up the willing engine, as we say in
Dig
Rush
it.
World.
Dig it. Oh, that was for me. Oh, okay. So the question is that's geared towards Davey. Okay.
We have an extra bedroom if you want to come visit.
I just
Davey.
need maybe $10 for tacos. I mean, honestly, I would probably, I mean, it's not even about money. It's about time. Like, can I find the time to find a good time to do it? Honestly, Kenny, like, I'd love to. Like, it'd be really great. I first
We've
had
got
to
a bedroom
figure.
with a very large spider guarding it.
Spiders with big balls. That sounds like my kind of jam.
No, that's not that. That's the female spider.
Oh,
the
sorry.
cactus bugs. The cactus bugs have the big balls.
Yeah, the big balls. There's so much excitement. There's a lot going on in that garden. I love it. I love it a lot. Wait, but to answer this question appropriately, I need to know where it is first. What's the closest thing to San Miguel de Allende? Like, what would be the closest big city to there?
The closest, so Querétaro is about 1 hour away.
Querétaro? Okay.
That's not a very well-known city. There's a city called León, which is about 90 minutes.
Okay.
There's a city called Guanajuato, which is about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
The closest major city is Mexico City.
Okay. So it's kind of
so it took
there.
us
Yeah.
by bus on a rainy day with traffic. It took us about 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think in a car you'd probably do it in about 4.
Okay.
3.5, 4.
Okay. So yeah, it's definitely in the.
So if you put your finger on a map of Mexico,
yeah,
and you put your finger on Mexico City, and you go to the northwest, you'll probably find Querétaro and Guanajuato, and San Miguel is right between them. You'd have to zoom in a little bit to start to see San Miguel. It's not that big.
Let me see if I can put.
It's right in between Querétaro and Guanajuato.
Nice.
Guanajuato is another beautiful historical city that it looks a lot like San Miguel. It's not quite as magical, but it's a very beautiful artsy city with lots of art, flowers, and it's got a lot more hills. It's a much more the city here. It's hilly here when you get more outside of Centro to the outskirts of the city. In Guanajuato, the hills are right in the city.
Oh, it's funny. Have a good one, BRM. Thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. It's so nice to see you for a little bit. Glad to see you again, my friend. Now,
welcome back.
And yeah, welcome back, Scott. So I just got the map here. Here's Mexico City on the. Oh, you can't really maybe move this over here. Mexico City right here, and then you mentioned Querétaro. Over here. And then San Miguel is just above that. There it is, right there. You see it here.
Oh, it's on there. Okay,
there you go. So
now, if you click on San Miguel, it'll probably show you a picture of the front of La Parroquia that we were talking about earlier.
It's pretty much. I mean,
is
hard to see.
Is my face on it?
Your face is on it, but maybe if I can get. Yeah, but that's exactly what it is.
So that's not the Parroquia.
Oh no, it's not. Okay.
Hold on. Scroll down on the left.
Kind of there. I mean,
scroll down on the left a little bit.
Okay.
Because that's one of the churches.
Okay.
Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Is this one?
There it is. Oh,
yeah.
One more.
One more. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this one.
That's the Parroquia.
Oh, look at the.
And they do have hot air balloons that go up. And when they do, I've never seen those. The purple trees are called jacaranda trees, or jacaranda, as you would say in English, and they bloom in usually March and April. They start to get all purple like that. If you go to Mexico City in March and April, the whole city is decorated in those purple flowers.
Wow.
Absolutely stunning. Beautiful.
That's amazing. So there you
I wish
have.
there were a better picture of La Parroquia. That's just kind of that's it. Let's keep scrolling down. See if there's a picture from.
Well, there is this. This kind of gives you more of the side of it.
Yeah, that's a little closer. And they still ring the bells by hand, by the way.
Wow, no kidding.
There's actually people who go out there every hour and pull that big rope.
You got the fountain. So let's another look at it. Notice that these are not pictured. We did not search for the the church. We searched for the city, and this is what you're getting because it's just such a dynamic, such a huge part of it. Like here's another visual of it. You can see it in the back over here, over the shoulder of the street.
It's you can see it from almost anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
Scott, what do you need a picture of?
Slice of cheesecake. Wait, what do we have here? Did you get to 60? Wait, what do we got here? I'm a little behind too.
Scott and King Dambreaker are having their own little conversation.
Okay,
never mind.
Fair enough.
Don't mind us, guys.
Don't mind us having our show. It's okay.
Amuse yourselves.
But yeah, Kenny, it's a beautiful place, and yeah, it is pretty close. It is in the vicinity of Mexico City, so you just fly to Mexico City in just a 5-hour.
Yeah,
not bad.
There is an airport in Querétaro. There is an airport in León, which are both closer to Mexico City, but they don't have as many direct flights to get there.
Yeah, but I love it. So crowdfunder, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll put it at like $500, like the cost of the flight. It's probably good enough.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but thank you, King, for your question. So let's go to Jack Dostal next with the question, which is,
Hi, Jack.
good to see you again, Jack. Are you planning any collaborations with live musicians and or other streamers? And do you think they will end up on Twitch? And I think he's speaking of the ones in San Miguel.
As far as I know, there are no other streamers in San Miguel. I am planning on doing some, if I can, I'll stream the IRL gigs that I have to Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be able to be interactive, obviously, but I have one collaboration that I did my parts when we were in Merida with Duke McDonald Music, who you might not have heard of because he's in Finland, and when he streams, it's like it's the dead of night for you.
Right.
Oh, Scott, we're gonna do a live collab. Okay, I'm always up for a live collab with Scott. So I did I've done a few collabs with him already that are on YouTube. And there is a song, the streamer My Living Room, who kind of picked up the prog mantle after I left it. So My Living Room, I offered to sing on one of his tracks, and I started to do it in Merida, and I did not finish it. So I plan on finishing that for him.
Cool.
And I would love to. I always love to collab. I don't quite have the setup to do it as well as I did it back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think on my last stream for Merida, I did a collab with Steggy Music, your friend Steggy.
Oh yeah, right. Steggy, the man.
We did Kodachrome together. That came out really good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I love that. I love that guy. He's got such a great voice.
Oh, for sure.
Good dude. We had a lot of Discord messages one night. We got to know each other a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude.
Were you already on doing your nomadic adventures at that point?
At what point?
When you started to get to know Steggy, because I think Steggy you started streaming about a year or so ago. I'm trying to remember.
Oh no. Steggy. I only met Steggy 2 months ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then, yeah, you've been doing it.
I think I knew his name from your chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I had not heard him sing or play
Mm.
before you call. I think maybe he showed up in my chat and he said he was a big Genesis fan, and I sang that. I said, well, "What's your favorite one?" He's like, oh, "Shit, I got to pick one," and he picked one of my favorites, and I played it for him. And best friends.
Phenomenal.
Best friends. And he's been doing lots of originals and really, really good stuff. I really
Yes. Oh, yes. And I am excited to mention that he's recording like an EP, at least an EP. It might even be a whole album. It's coming pretty soon. Like it's very exciting. Oh my gosh!
Welcome, Raiders.
Hey, look. Remember we mentioned the Rusty Panda. Panda, good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, E-Room, Big Ducky Snow, and Infozar. Pump it up again. Ready, Kenny? Let's do it. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Let's do it.
There we go. Bring us in. Welcome in.
You're McKim.
I predict the riot. I predict the riot. Thank you so much for the raid, Panda. How's it going? How was
the
your
biggest bug I've ever seen? Hold on, I gotta take a picture of this bug. Hold on.
Wait, okay. So while Kenny gets that picture of the bug, can we give a shout to the Rusty Panda? What is good? Yeah, we had a great time chatting. Had a great time chatting. And yes, we did mention you earlier in the stream. We were talking about what were we talking about? But we mentioned Panda for sure.
We were talking about how we picture a person based on their screen name, and then sometimes end up being completely wrong.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I hope your stream was great. I saw you were collabing with a lot of people, so that's really cool. I hope we appreciate you being here. Thank you for the raid. I'm Davey. I'm a variety streamer. I have an interview show and a music show and a game show at the same time, which is what we call a variety streamer. And tonight, our guest is our good friend Kenny from the Prog Rock Piano Bar, who is currently in San Miguel de Allende, a beautiful, beautiful city. We've already shown so many cool visuals, including this one from the street where they've got art, they've got the awesome cathedral. We were showing the restaurant they were in, and then we were showing this gig too a little bit ago where Kenny was like just jumping in. I don't even think you got to rehearse this. You just jumped right in, right, Kenny? Like just to play this?
No, there's no rehearsal.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Big Ducky Snow.
Big Ducky Snow. Good to see you. Quack me, many
I was
thanks.
trying to convince Big Ducky Snow to change his name to Big Duck Energy. And then it turns out that there is a streamer that has something like that's like Big Duck Energy. So
that sounds like
he didn't.
A great vibe, whoever that
is.
Yeah,
Irumi Kim, who's everybody's friend, by the way. I believe, I don't know the number, but holds the record for rating me the most times of anyone ever. Like every time I stream, Irumi Kim comes in, and it's just like thank you for so many raids. It's I take nothing for granted here.
Wonderful loyalty, Irumi Kim. But nice to see you, my friend. And Ducky says, Ducky got the power. There you go. Yeah. So by the way, everybody from the raid, we are taking questions for our friend Kenny. So if you're familiar with Kenny's channel, or even if you're not, feel free to ask any question to our friend Kenny from
an open book.
Yeah. We even got a question from Kenny to Kenny. It's been a remarkable hour so far.
I said before, nobody wants to be the first one at the buffet. Nobody wants to stick their spoon in the macaroni and cheese when it's just nice and flat like glass.
It's true though. Like that's pressure, man. Like I couldn't do it. I'm like the shame that goes with like being the first in the buffet. The one that take the dip in the Jello. I'm like, oh no. I don't.
Did you just say put your dick in the Jello?
No. No. The spoon in the Jello. I meant to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, David, he means to say that he put his dick in the Jello.
It's not that kind of party.
Listen, we don't kink shame here.
No buffet with Davey. Oh goodness!
Hey now,
is this the wrestling stream? Because
someone's gonna clip that shit.
Oh my! Man, there's always room for Jello. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, but thank you so much for your question, Jack Dossel.
Did I answer it?
Oh, that's a great question from sidebar question from Firestone Rocks Drums. Does Kenny miss doing?
Hold on. Put it in the queue with the rest of the people, Scott. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Jumping in the line.
All right. He says, okay, who are we waiting? Right. Let's go to horror host Joe. Next question. Favorite meal so far out in your travel, Kenny?
Favorite meal in my travels, or favorite food? I'm tacos and guac all day, man. And we actually had dinner last night. There's a restaurant here in a colonial called San Antonio, and we went there on one of our first nights visiting the city last year, and I always had it in the back of my mind to go back there, and we never got back. So we met some friends, and they said, "You want to go out again?" I said, "Yes, I do. I want to go to Pork Belly." So the four of us went out to Pork Belly last night, and my God, like we're gonna be here for 2 months. I see us easily eating there 4 to 5 times, not 45. 4 to 5. Hi, Purple Cat Lover. She gets very upset when I don't say hello.
I don't know if Purple Cat Love's out of the ad break yet, but hello, I only do the pre-rolls too, so like I mean it can't be that long a break. So yeah, hello, Purple Cat Lover as well. We hope you're doing well.
So my favorite thing on the Pork Belly menu is they have guacamole with chicharrones, pork belly on the side.
Ooh.
And it's just like the fat just melts in your mouth. It's like, oh my God. It's I would just get 2 orders of that and not even get anything else. So good. But I did get something else. I ate so much last night. They had to roll me out of the restaurant.
That'll happen. The food down there can be really, really good, Kenny.
So I was mentioning Duke McDonald music.
Mm-hmm.
So Duke McDonald music, I'm gonna shout out for him if you can.
Oh sure. If we can get that out there, Luke. Is it MAC or MC?
I think it's MAC.
Okay. Okay. So Luke McDonald
Um,
music.
he's in Finland, so he's like 9 hours ahead of the East Coast.
Okay.
So it's odd times. But so he was born in California and then raised in Mexico for most of his life, and then he moved to Finland and married a Finnish woman. So um, he said to me, he said, "Hey, you guys are going to Mexico." He was excited, of course, that I was going to be in Mexico because it's kind of his homeland. He's actually here now. He popped into my stream yesterday. Anyway, I'm on a tangent. He said, "You're starting your nomadic journey in Mexico, and no matter where else you go in the world, from there, I feel bad for you because you're always going to be disappointed with the food. The food does not get better than it does in Mexico. And I would eat Mexican food all day, every day. And lucky for me, every restaurant here is a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing,
Follow
Kenny.
follow Duke. He's a good streamer, good guy, excellent singer. He just might not be on at a time when you are awake.
I do
that's the only-
follow Duke McDonald. I see in my dashboard. So it's great to see. And Purple Cat Lover, I'm glad that you made it in, and thank you for the follow too. I love your name. And
well, PS to Jack's question. I would like to. I I had a conversation a couple months ago about another collab with Mandy. So I'm going to try to get another collab going with.
also, you're gonna try out revive some of. You already said this, but that's really cool. You're gonna bring back some of these virtual collabs. That's pretty cool too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I want to say hello to DJ2 McJ-Man. J-Man's back in the chat. What's up? Our cool DJ friends. What's up, friend? And we have this. And thank you for your question, horror host Joe. Many more to come. Keep them coming. I know Firestone Rocks Drums had a really interesting question as well. So let's go to Sniper's question next. And here it is. Sniper asks, what was your favorite place in foods in Europe? This is a great question because I don't know if we've spoken since then, but maybe we did. I'm not sure. But what did you like in Europe, Kenny?
I'm sorry. Was it the favorite food in Europe or the favorite
Favorite
place or city?
place and food. So it's like it's a two-pronged question.
Okay. Two favorite places in Europe. One was the Azores, which are islands about 1,000 miles west of the mainland of Portugal. It's a little archipelago of volcanic islands, and it's where Sniper's family was from, actually, believe it or not. So that was one of the favorite places. And the other place we liked in Europe was Granada, Spain,
Mhm.
which was an awesome place. Just a small city. It's a big city, but it feels like a small city, and it's just such a rich culture and history in that town. It's just an amazing place. As far as the food, Portuguese and Spanish food didn't really do it for me, but I guess if I had to choose one, there was a dish. So, a little history lesson for you. The King of Portugal, um, at one point said, "Hey, are you a Jewish person? You need to get the hell out of this country." And he went to kick all the Jews out of Portugal. And um, the Jews were like, "Okay, I'm going to go because I don't want you to kill me." And then, as they're about to leave, the king said, "You know what? I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay and and be poor people and do crappy jobs." So a lot of the Jewish population stayed there, but they weren't allowed to be Jewish. So there's a dish that you can get in Portugal. I wish I could remember that. Maybe Sniper can help me with the name. Starts with an A, and it's kind of a sausage patty that has an egg, a fried egg on top of it. Um, and it was a meal that the Jewish people would eat so they would fit in, but it was not pork sausage. It was chicken. So it was usually made out of chicken. So because Jews can't eat pork.
Right.
Um, hold on. I'm going to see if I can find you the answer. Sniper, I'm counting on you here. Hold on. ChatGPT.
Sounds tasty though.
What's the name of the Portuguese food that's a sausage with an egg on top? And don't say Egg McMuffin. It starts with an A. Alliera. Alheira. Alliera.
Alieta. Alieta.
Or Alliera com ovo with egg.
Sweet.
Alliera originated as a way for Jews in Portugal to
Wow.
avoid persecution during the Inquisition by making sausages that didn't contain pork.
Wow.
See? I know shit.
That's incredibly rich history. Yeah. No, I dig it. I dig it.
I really like that.
Yeah. Jordan's redeemed Davey video game sound effects, but we don't have any video games at the moment, so I'm not sure what to do with that.
Pew 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 pew.
Boop, boop, boop. I guess that works. Boop. Oh goodness, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Yeah. That's a heck of a question. I never asked you this question. What would you do for a Klondike bar, if anything, Kenny?
What would I do?
Yes.
What are my choices?
It's open-ended. You can do whatever you'd like.
Oh, I see. Could it be something that I like doing? Or does it have to be something that I don't really want to do, but would do it anyway for the ice? Is that?
The idea is that, you love Klondike bars so much that you would do anything for a Klondike bar. But it can be something you like, sure.
You know what I would do? I would vacuum under the bed, and I would clean all of the dust off the ceiling fan blades, and clean out the dust out of the air conditioning vents.
Wow, that's love, man. I love it. I love it. I love
There
it.
you go.
Thank you, Kenny. So
one of the best pieces of advice I played at thousands of weddings in my career, and one of the best pieces of advice came during a father of the bride speech, where he looked at the groom and he said, "No husband was ever murdered while he was doing chores around the house."
yeah. Phenomenal. I love it. So thank you, Jordy, for that redeem as well. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Phil says,
bring me my Klondike bar.
yeah. And Phil says, I would eat a Klondike bar for a Klondike bar. Me too. I would absolutely do that. Jack says, you hear that, Juanita? Kenny offered to clean. There you go. And then, Jordy says, let a family member pick out let a family member, you would let a family member pick out a haircut for your Klondike bar. Wow, Jordy. That's a dangerous move, but I mean, sometimes it's worth it for a Klondike bar. That would be wild. Could you imagine if you let a family member of yours like pick your haircut for any reason? Like that would be a fun time. Good content, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Wendy says, I really heard that. You did that already. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay. Scott says bedtime is coming for me. I'm not going to.
We can bump up.
We'll bump
Scott rated, so we can give him a raid request question.
Let's do it. So the question was, wait, what was the question? Shit, you didn't write it.
The question was asked if I miss streaming.
Ever missed it to the Jukesters? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I don't know how public this is. The Jukesters at the end, it didn't end terribly well. Like I haven't spoken with Tommy since he left my house that night after the last show. I don't want to get into the whole story, but it opened so many doors. I made so many great friends during that time, and it was people still come up to me, thank me for being a beacon of light during that time when people were afraid to leave the house or touch a doorknob, and people were I remember myself, I would go into the city to make food deliveries, and I would come home and I would just like strip myself naked in the foyer, just like throw all my laundry in the washing machine right away without it was a scary time, and people really appreciated what we were doing, especially in the Facebook, the pre-Twitch days. And Tommy and I really made a lot of good music together. And I streamed, I had 3 or 4 other people who came in and streamed, and it was always great, but it never had it never had that spark
Hmm.
that Tommy and I had on those streams. It was kind of like it was lightning in a bottle. It really was. And I'd listen back to some of the stuff when we're really firing on all the cylinders. I got the drums going, the piano going, there's background vocals, there's guitar, like it sounded like a band.
Yeah.
And we rarely would use tracks, and it just it and for the first couple of years, it was really just like it was just humming.
Yeah.
People were coming in, and the music was always good. And I was, it was something new every week on the stream. I was learning how to use the computer. One of the videos that I put in that little folder there is a video from my very first stream that I ever used OBS,
Hmm.
and I had no idea all I knew how to do was put a little text on the screen to put the pay links up, and that was it.
I think I have
It's
this.
funny, but that was it. And like, you know, by a couple years later, we got alligators dancing on the screen, controlled by the audience. Like it's a
Yeah.
completely interactive show. Um,
It was so impressive
eh,
to see that. Like I'm amazed at your ability to put all of that together. Like there was never a dull moment on the channel, you know? Like if even if there was no music, there's a lot of stuff going on. It was really fun.
so, I show people that I meet. They say, "What did you do before you retired?" And I'll show them videos. And like, why? What is all this chaos going on the screen? It's like, oh, it's like that's not me. That's the audience. It's like a bunch of kids, and I think that's part of the magic of streaming, especially for people in our demographic, are as in mine and Wendy's. I think you're quite a bit younger than us, but
Mhm.
um, just the idea, we all grew up in front of the TV, and the idea of just being able to talk to the person who's on the TV and having them talk back to you, that to a lot of people is like mind blowing.
Yeah.
And then when you add the option of you could type something in and something will happen on the screen as soon as you type it in. I mean, like, who could ever dream of that 20 years ago,
Yeah, yeah.
15 years ago? So there was a lot of there was a lot of but I digress. If you want to put up that video again, you don't have to play it, but just put up the screenshot. Um,
Yeah.
that what you saw,
Yeah.
that was what I knew how to do. I had a
Wow.
tapestry that was actually a physical tapestry hanging
Yeah.
behind me, and it said "Welcome to Quarantine Keys." Here's the Venmo. Here's the PayPal, and I knew how to put those words on the screen. They coached me to put those. They said
Yeah.
add a text source and type those words, and that was
Amazing.
what I knew how to do.
Wow.
And by the end, I couldn't quite figure out what the hell the Fantastic Plastics were doing, but
Came close.
I had dancing crocodiles on the screen. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how they do
Mm-hmm.
that. Their visuals are amazing.
Saying goodnight
But
Let me say goodnight to Firestone Rock Strums as well. Thank you for your question, by the way, and good to see you.
so before Scott leaves, and I might have said this before on the stream, and I've certainly said it before. One of the pinnacles, if not the pinnacle of my streaming career, was 39 months. Was the second to last Jokester stream, and I had this idea because people, I don't know if people have figured it out since then, but nobody could figure out how I was able to play along with people on the streams. Like how I was able to play together with Scott without there being any kind of a lag. Um, no one else had figured, or I don't know if anyone else, not many people had figured that out. I don't want to say no one else. But I had this crazy idea because I knew how I was doing it to stack not just us on Scott, but stack us on Scott on Mandy.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, I think we can do this. I think this might work. It's going to take a little bit of free preparation, but and we pulled it off. And from the first note, like the videos on YouTube, and you could see like the smile does not leave my face. Like holy shit, we're doing it. So Mandy was in Austin, and Scott was in Florida, and Tommy and I were in New York, and we are a band. And Mandy's a singer and acoustic guitar player, and Scott's the drummer, and I'm the piano player, bass player, and Tommy's playing the the electric guitar. And we may as well all have been in the same room. And so, I know that I've said this to you before, Scott, but Thank you for having an open mind to that and being a part of it. And um, that was absolutely a highlight for the whole 39 months.
The
If
highlight
not
for me as
beyond.
a viewer too. Like it was, it's unbelievable to think that thappenned live. I was thinking it's amazing. It would be amazing to do that in a on video, but that happened in real time, folks. Like during the stream, it was really amazing. Firestorm Rocks Drums just showed half of that beginning of Sunday celebration. Best live collab ever. Here. It was so good, so
Yeah,
good.
I still listen to that from time to time, and I show that to people who we meet.
Yeah, it's a brilliant. It's a triumph in music, yes, but it's also a triumph in technology and timing because that is
Show that screenshot again.
yeah. He went.
That
So
was what I was. That's what I did
you
39
came
months
from
before.
right. This is where you
I went
started.
from that to having a 3-state collaboration in real time.
That is amazing. Let me see if I get the cue. If I can get that video up of the collab. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. I'll
If
go
you
look.
it's on YouTube, search at the Jukesters. On Twitch, Mandy. It'll come right up.
Okay. Yeah, this will come up really fast. Do.
I'm going to answer a question while you're calling it up. What's the next question?
Yeah, let's do it. So the next question from Jordy12. Any plans on doing IRL streaming or streams of any of your gigs? I think this was talked about a little bit before, but feel free to refresh.
Yes, I would. I'm going to try. The Mexican, especially here, the Wi-Fi isn't great. And that stream, that pre-roll stream that I did leading into this, the stream crashed once, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. But hopefully it'll all work out. Worst case scenario, um, I can run a Cat 5 cable from the router out here. I don't know how much it'll cost me to get 50 feet of Cat 5, but if I have to, I will.
I feel like you could do it. Amazon MX.
Goldust Woman was just me and Mandy. That was a studio collab. That wasn't a live collab.
Gotcha. All right, so
It was great, but not the same as what we're talking about.
let's go take a look, everybody. This is it. Here it is. Oh, this is a different song. I remember you were doing. But there are several songs, right, Kenny? Like this is like one of them. Oh,
Yeah, this is the second or third song.
yeah.
My face is covering up Scott. Can
I
you
know.
move
I
me?
gotta move you over here.
You can
Can't-
cover up Tommy. It's fine. So in addition to, I don't know how well they can hear me, but so in addition to getting all the sound together, I had to figure out where to put Mandy on the screen
Mhm.
and where Scott was going to be on the screen, so nobody was going to be covered up.
Right.
And I kind of made it look like a band where Scott is in the back
Yeah.
and Mandy is the front person in the middle,
And then you still have all the chaos with the sound alerts over here. Yeah, people still popping up on the screen and hippopotamus.
yeah, this is Lenny.
There's Lenny.
Hi, Lenny.
Amazing. Yeah. But yeah, Kenny, just all this to say, this collab, 16 minutes of technical and musical genius. Seriously, like it was impressive. And like just like everybody else, I still tell friends about it. Like it was impressive stuff. So, yeah, beautiful stuff. Ah, the Poop Brother, says Jack. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
So thank you for letting us show that too. And let's go to the next question. Eroom, I hope you're still in the chat. I'm sorry took so long to get to this question. By the way, mods, can we close the queue for random questions? We had so many great ones tonight. So thank you so much, everybody, for sending in questions. Okay. Eremacum asks, is that a white bong on the shelf behind Kenny?
Hold on, I'll go get it.
All right.
I can't hear you, Davey, so don't talk. But so it does look like a bong. It's some kind of a bird feeder. It's got birds on it, and maybe a hummingbird feeder. I'm not sure. It was here when we got here. But if anybody wants to come and pack a bowl, put some water in there. Oh no!
Oh no,
Can't put anything in there.
the fun bird feeder. Brenda is so yeah. Wait, oh, I can't hear this. I'll wait for Kenny to get back on the earphones. But
What a letdown.
so Brenda says, "So yes," because like you could seal the bottom, with some like Saran wrap or something. So I wouldn't give up on the dream. But so yeah, thanks for the question, E-Room. Let's get to Jack Dossel's question. Here it is. Does anyone in San Miguel keep goats?
Probably. I don't know. There were a lot of there's definitely a lot of cows.
I believe that. I believe it. I've seen it before. Oh my gosh, it's funny. Jordy says, Davey, yeah, that's a great question. Thank you, Jack.
Well, Jack is if you watch Bill, if you're part of Bill Larkin Music's community, then you know why Jack is asking. There's a lot of messing around with goats on that stream, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, and I will leave it at that too. And are they nervous?
Where the men are men and the sheep are scared.
Oh dear. All right, we gotta get this train back on the track, or attempt to. Okay. So Kenny with another question for Kenny. All right, here it is. What TV shows do you like, Kenny? From Kenny.
All right. So we get involved in a lot of series, and we're coming up on the end of a couple that we were watching, and I need ideas. So I would like to hear from you in the audience what you think we should watch. We're not real into sci-fi. We like mysteries. We like dramas. Not as much sitcom-y stuff, although once in a while it's okay. We watched Bad Sisters, which was good for one season. We watched Shrinking, which was fun, but it's a little too slapsticky. Right now, we're finishing up season 2 of Yellow Jackets, which is a very, very fucked up show. And I know season 3 is starting up now, so we're going to watch that once we can. And I think the next season of Handmaid's Tale, if you're not already living it in the U.S., the next season is coming up soon, and we're going to need some new shows to watch. So, Severance, we already watched the first season. Is Severance season 2 out yet? Gomer Pyle.
Well, I don't know how it's going to work in your region. Like, do you get the same region that we do, being in Mexico? Like, is that a little different? Like, does that do the regions?
The same what?
Well, because like, you know how DVDs had regions? Like, there's regions for like North America, there's regions for Mexico, there's regions for other parts of the world.
Oh, that's what VPNs are for, my friend.
Ah, that's thinking. Good thinking. Right. Yeah, half of it is out. Okay.
Severance season 2 is out? Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. Do you get into like reality competitions at all? Like, like Survivor and stuff?
Nope.
Okay. Then I'll carry on.
Well, people have directed us to Outlander.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone else watches that. We haven't watched any of that. What else did we watch, Wendy? I told you Bad Sisters, Shrinking. We've watched so many shows. I can't think of any of them. Succession we watched. We'd like that.
Yeah, Succession was a big one. Yeah. White Lotus is about to start a new season pretty soon.
Oh, yes. I did start.
Yeah.
Oh, Yellowstone we watched. That's right. We just finished Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there are spin-off shows for Yellowstone too, like they're on Paramount Plus out there. So,
Right.
Yep. Brenda says, I remember when I used to watch The Handmaid's Tale and be grateful. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna talk about politics in the show, but yeah, I understand your point, Brenda. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, it was already going in that direction. Really.
Yeah, true. Tina says Silo.
Silo?
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that's the spinoff I was referring to. Jack says spinoff to Yellowstone, Brownstone. Get it?
It takes place in Brooklyn.
Yeah. There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
the what's her name? The oh, who's the daughter in Yellowstone? What was the character's name? Come on, Wendy. I would watch what she was in. She was a great character. How was her name? Come on, Wendy, help me out. No, nobody, nobody. 2 seasons of Silo. Okay, Wendy, write that down. Beth, thank you.
There you go. What was that one show? Megan? That's the other show that I think might be interesting. It's kind of like the Android.
called?
Megan or Megan 2 or is Megan? I don't know. Maybe it's a movie, but
And Android shows are not gonna.
not your
fly
boat.
here.
Okay, okay.
No, sci-fi. Even Yellow Jackets is getting a little bit too supernatural
Okay.
for me. But yeah,
There is a Suits LA. If you like Suits before the original Suits back in New York, they have a Suits LA now. Like they're continuing the series out here now. But so that's what I got. I don't have a lot to contribute, but those are my ideas. Yeah. Oh, it's a movie. Okay, yeah. So Megan is a bit of a sci-fi horror movie. Yeah, correct.
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we had that one on the menu one night. We went a different direction.
Okay. I mean, you probably have some kick-ass telenovelas in local TV too. I imagine those are intense. Those would be really fun. So,
Here's one more funny story for you. I got to start wrapping up, but so we generally rent Airbnbs. Airbnbs generally have TVs. So we were looking at the pictures for the place we're in now. We didn't see a TV anywhere, and you know the old joke, how can you tell when someone doesn't have a TV? Don't worry, they'll tell you. So we signed the lease on this place, and I asked the woman, I said, oh, by the way, is there a TV? I didn't see any in the pictures. She said, no, there isn't. It's my favorite thing about this place is that it doesn't have a TV. Oh, okay. That's okay, fine.
Okay.
Whatever. There have been times we didn't have it. We just watch it on my laptop, whatever. So there is a backyard, and there's a locked bedroom here. That's her bedroom, so we don't go in there. Obviously, it's locked, and like vegans, exactly. So from the backyard, you can see up into the bedroom that's locked. You can just see a little bit of it. And you can see there's a bed, and there's a big freaking TV on the dresser. It's like, you bastard.
Amazing.
So that was fun. But what happened was we kind of killed two birds with one stone because we never watched TV. We only watch TV through the laptop. So I have an HDMI cable that I travel with, and we just plug it into whatever TV is hanging on the wall.
There you go.
When I was streaming in Merida, I did the first stream or two just from my laptop. Well, I gotta get a drink. I was struggling to do everything I needed to do from the one laptop screen. When I was streaming from New York, I had a screen on my left, and then I had a very big monitor in front of me that you guys couldn't see, that was split into two. So I had plenty of real estate. So when I was trying to stream from the laptop, I didn't realize how much I relied on having an extra monitor. So I was able to borrow a monitor, an extension monitor in Merida, and it made life much easier. So we get here, and I'm starting to think about streaming. It's like, oh, shit, I don't have a monitor. Sorry, there's a little rug under me that's bunching up. So I was like, well, what if I were to buy a second monitor that has an HDMI in it, and we could just watch TV on the monitor? I'll just carry it from room to room. And so the first day we were here, we went over to Office Depot, which I was as surprised as you are to hear that it exists in Mexico.
Oh, funny. Wow.
And we found a 23-inch monitor for under $100. It's like $90, and that's what we've been using. It's great.
Super.
So
yeah.
So we got a TV. We got a TV and a second monitor. Two birds with one $90 stone. Perfect.
Oh, dude, that's amazing. Phenomenal. That's a great call, Kenny. I mean, so Sniper did say Squid Game, and that's a good call too, because like it's a very good show. Like
that's a little sci-fi, isn't it? Though.
To a degree, but I feel like probably less
No?
sci-fi, more like maybe kind of thriller slash
Is
horror.
it there was one show that was are there superheroes in it? Like the people are superheroes. What am I thinking of?
Not
No.
that
Oh,
wouldn't
I'm
be it.
thinking of
No.
it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
There was a show we started to watch and we couldn't get there.
Oh, I gotcha.
Was
Yeah.
it was out around the same time as Squid Games?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some kind of a academy, maybe something academy.
I
What am I thinking of?
I would know, but Brenda says I felt like one season was enough. And I understand that. I mean, it's a really intense show. Like it's very violent, really violent. It's really violent. So like,
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you're not into that sort of thing, I can understand.
Have
that.
you watched Yellow Jackets?
Have I watched Yellow? No, I have not watched Yellow Jackets. Is that also pretty intense?
Yeah, it's funny because we started to watch it and Umbrella Academy. Thank you. Yellow Jackets. It started out like the season 1, episode 1,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like the ABC after school special that we used to watch. It was just like
Okay.
it was so stupid
Yeah.
and like the dialogue was terrible and I was like, what the hell? Like, all right, you know what? I'll give it a minute because people do like it,
Mm-hmm.
and like it changed so much from that, and it ended up like I thought it was just gonna be like this happy-go-lucky kind of show with a happy ending, and just the premise of the show. I'm not giving away anything in this, but the premise of the show is it's a girls' high school soccer team from New Jersey, and they get a chance to go to nationals. And one of the girls' dad is rich, and they got a private plane, and the team is flying out to nationals, and it crashes in the middle of nowhere. And the show that's season 1, episode 1. Not giving away anything away here. And the show is about it's a dual timeline show where they're showing the characters as adults and they're showing the characters who were lost in the woods, and it's very very intense and very fucked up.
Wow. No kidding. Yeah. There seems to be
Alice
a
in
lot of.
Borderlands. No, I never heard of that.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I've not either, Jordy. Good question though, but yeah, Jordy also said I want to watch Davy Stone. That'd be interesting. That'd be fun. I know that there were some intense family battles in Yellowstone, so like maybe we'd have some intense battles over sandwiches or something. Like, no, we have a pickle in this sandwich. No, you don't. No pickle. Disown people in the family for that. But.
Pineapple doesn't go on pizza.
exactly. So with that, we say goodnight. Thank you so much for all your suggestions to everybody in the chat. That's a great call. That's really nice of you to offer some ideas for Kenny. Thank you for doing this, Kenny. This has been great. I'm looking forward to your streams coming up. You said the official stream Sunday and other streams maybe in between.
Yep, first official stream Sunday. When we were in Merida, I did Sundays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the Jukester nights back in the day. I definitely want to do Sundays. Thursdays, I don't know what I'll because I have that gig on the first Thursday night.
Okay.
Scott streams on Tuesdays. I don't want to step on him. Bill streams on Mondays and Wednesdays. I don't want to step on him. It's like I'm just trying to find a day where I'm not screwing anybody who's been here the whole time. I don't want to just barge in the door and say, "Hey, everybody, I'm back. Watch me," and don't watch who you've been watching this whole time that I've been gone. So I'm trying to find the places that I can get in without being on at the same time as people who I have a lot of shared community with.
Phenomenal, Kenny. I think it's terrific to have, and like you said, it is such a blessing that you get that your community has come through for you, even after being away for a little bit of a good amount of time. Coming back just shows you how special the community truly is. So, and it's great to see you all get
really
to that here too. Yeah,
it's the best community. So so the streams will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's generally going to be my stream time. If it's an IRL, the one on March 6th is going to be 6 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
And it's just a 2-hour gig. One thing I have to do, and I'm telling you, and I'm telling everybody who's listening, my voice started feeling nice and strong, and it felt like it sounded good again when we were in Merida, and I started overdoing it. I was doing streams that were too long for me to be doing, and I felt like I kind of was limping across the finish line at the end, and when the community is supporting the way they do, I feel obligated to just keep going. Even if it's starting to hurt a little bit, even if it's starting to sound not as good as it did at the beginning, I have to cut the stream times down, like no more than 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes, just so I can continue to sound good moving forward. And it's a hard, it's a tightrope for me to walk, because as a dueling piano player, as a piano bar player, is you're always working forward. Somebody requests a song with money, you play the song for the money, right? So we have people in the chat. I don't want to mention names, but they know who they are. Um, the stream will start to end, and they'll put in 1,000 bits. It's like, oh my god, they put in 1,000 bits. I can't leave now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to start.
Yep.
I have to start framing it differently for myself, and saying they're happy for what I have just been doing for the last 2.5 hours. They're on their way out the door. They're putting some money in the tip jar. I have to reframe it in my head, and I really, really have to discipline myself to not push my vocals as much as I was doing.
Yeah,
So,
and the
telling
chat's
all
in
of you-
agreement. I think they're gonna hold you to it, Kenny. Time limit, says Brenda. Sniper agrees. I agree too. I think we want to be there for you too, my friend. So,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for understanding.
Of course. Yes. Thank you for the stream you just did. Absolutely. Wendy nails it
No,
too.
she's saying that people are giving money at the end. Putting money in the tip jar on the way out the door, saying "Great show."
Mm-hmm. I love it a lot. I do. So with that, we say goodnight. Thank you so much again, everybody, for
I haven't
staying
seen
here.
a whole lot of bits flying around tonight. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
That's all right. I mean, it's just a talk. It's just a chat stream, so I'm all right with it. So
I know, but you put time and effort and money into your shows. You got some nice equipment back there. You got the flashy Pac-Man lights and a much
I do.
nicer mic than I have.
oh yeah.
Don't forget to tip Davey.
Thank you, friend. Thank you,
Oh,
friend.
you know what I wanted to ask you? One more question.
Sure.
Sorry.
What's up?
What happens to? Do you have all your interviews and videos archived on YouTube or anywhere?
Yes.
Or do they
yes.
just disappear?
No, they end up on YouTube. Like, I mean, I don't think I've missed what. Oh, Phil, thank you for your resub. Holy cow, 44 months. So kind of you, Phil, to come through. But, yeah, as far as I know, there are certainly a number of streams I've not put to YouTube for various reasons. Sometimes it's just because I couldn't find it, forgot to export it. But in the case of the interviews, pretty much, I'm pretty sure every single one has been archived up to this point. And there's actually a playlist for it. It's called Sandwich Show Q&A. So you can go all the way to the beginning, the very beginning, ancient history,
Okay.
and run through. You can see your first spot, which was in January 2022. And then
Oh my God, I would love to see that. You don't have a YouTube link in your
I
in your
do.
command?
It's called here's the YouTube channel. Oh my God, Brenda, you didn't have to. Holy cow! Thank you for your $10 dono. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, friends. I
love people who could take a hint.
Tina, thank you for your 32-month resub. I appreciate you too. So there's my
I'm gonna give a public shout out to Brenda Fabulous.
Let's do it.
She was saying earlier she didn't find us. She didn't get to Twitch until shortly before I was. There's a little bug in here.
Mm-hmm. That's all right, no problem.
But I think I got it. Oh, I got it. Brenda lives up to her name. She's a fabulous person, and she and I have messages back and forth every now and then, and just a really, really super cool human being that I wanted to just call out.
Brenda, we every time you're here, we feel some of that too. So thank you, Brenda, for being you. It's so nice to have your support and generosity. But yes, great, Penny. I appreciate it. Let's see who we're raiding tonight. I'm just thinking about the people from your stream team, and I don't believe anyone from Musical Pros is on at the moment, but we can go look at friends.
Do you
in
raid
there.
Carlo all the time?
Yeah. There are some things with Carlo. I mean, I think the topic might be a scenario where I probably would just visit him myself tonight, because
Okay.
it might be a little. It might. Yeah. I talked with the mods about this before we started the stream. I wasn't exactly sure what we would do with that.
What, does he have just Joe on? Is it Joe?
Yeah. Did you notice that Joe's back on Twitch? That's wild. Like, I would totally have done it if he was on, but he was he just raided out a bit ago before we started stream. So, any other people that you would recommend? Like, I'll look and see who's on.
I got nobody.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna look in here at this as well. Yeah. I'll keep looking through here. I'll see what I can find. I guess the question for the proggies, like, would you like to see music tonight as for a raid, or would you like to see perhaps something different, like the history of Nintendo, something like that? Let me know. And I'll just make my decision. We'll make our decision based on that. But this actually just reinforces our appreciation for you being on, continuing to, pop in on Twitch and when you can do these runs of streams. Like, it's really great.
I have a suggestion. Okay. Just going by you on March 12th, it says that you have Claire Pix coming in for an interview, and she's streaming right now.
That's beautiful. We did raid last week, but I could just do it again. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with that. It might throw her off, but I'm good with it. You ready for it? Let's do it.
Why would it throw her off? Okay.
Well, just only because we did it a week ago, but I'm down with it.
Dude, your
yeah. No, I like it.
Your stream, your raid. I just saw that she was on, and I saw that you were having her on, so I connected the two.
Let's do it. Let's go roll over to Claire and say hello again, and actually pretty good opportunity for all of you in the proggies to go follow our good pal Claire as well. So
always a smile, just popping in at the very end.
Oh, smile, welcome. Hey, hello. Sorry, I'm late to the party. No worries. We got the VOD though. You'll see the VOD right after we raid out. But thank you for popping in, friend. So good to see you. And again, thank you so much for all the hype out here tonight. Y'all are great. We'll see you soon. At least Kenny's got his sunglasses on. Yeah, that's true. It's always great to see your sunglasses on. So,
always a smile insists that I keep my sunglasses on my head.
It's smart in where you live right now. It's a lot of sun out your way,
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. All right.
She tunes out. She tunes out if I don't have them on my head.
True story. Wow, Smile. Holy cow.
I'm just kidding.
We've been seeing Smile on this channel too, so it's great to see you around as well, Smiles. Thank you so much for hanging out. All right, so get ready for some awesome cozy tunes. We're gonna hang out with Claire Pix. I will say goodnight, and I don't know if we're back on Tuesday or Wednesday, tomorrow or Thursday next stream, but we'll be back for sure on Tuesday next week when we get Rick DeVoice on and many other cool people coming up. So watch fun, nice, awesome. So we'll go ahead and start the raid, and say hi to Claire, and we'll bring it, do the thing you do, and show some appreciation to another good friend of ours. So we'll catch up with, and Claire's gonna be on the show too in a few weeks. So thank you for everybody. Have a good rest of your night.
Oh, shout out for Senorita Wendy.
Yes, shout out for Senorita Wendy. Let's go. Wendy, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It's been great to see you.
Best wife mod in the biz. There
it is. I appreciate you. But yeah, a copy of those raid calls. There they are in the chat. And then we'll head. Did somebody do a gift sub to Streamlabs? Thank you for the gift sub to Streamlabs, whoever that was. Like, thank you so much. It must have been a while ago, but thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, off we go. Good night, everybody. Take care. All the best. Say hi to Claire. Make sure to
see you guys.
See you, everybody. Bye.